movie of all time for Alien. Because in that movie, the aliens are the refugees. They're the oppressed.
Yeah, that's stupid as fuck, those aliens.
Did you ever watch the movie?
Yes, I did.
You're the only person who said it was bad, but that's interesting.
No, the movie is good. The aliens are stupid in District 9.
Well, the thing about that, you are right, but the thing about the aliens are, again, they're not humans. They're actually insectoids. So they have a hive mind. So they speculate in the story that, like, they had a queen or a king that died, and just like beehives and ants, it collapses. You know, so like I that's what I mean by aliens. Something.
Totally you don't think that different communities have the same hive mind mentality?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every group in humanity, right? You got humans, but then you have I'm Irish. You have ethnicities. You have ethnicity. You have religions. Like these are all different things.
But we are overarching have the basic connections. Like for instance, like homegirls across the pond right now, and we still connect as human beings because we're still humans. We still have the basic things of wanting to talk to other people. We might encounter an alien that's completely solitary and doesn't give a fuck about talking to other species.
Yeah,
it's like what's that, like tigers that kill each other besides mating seasons? Like there could be aliens like that.
I want to be a tiger. Can I be a tiger? Because I just start
in America you can, sweetheart.
Okay, yeah, my range just got hit again.
You could be my tiger.
My daughter's putting packing tape on the back of my fucking car.
What?
And she got hit. And she's like, I'm just putting tape on it. I said, let me call the insurance company real quick, baby girl. And I'm watching her via Facebook Live stuff, and she's putting fucking packing tape on my goddamn car. I said, take the bumper off, okay? I can see it right now. Just take it off. Throw it in the trunk. It'll be fine. I'll take care of it tomorrow. I swear to God. No, don't have children. They say they're fine.
Is that your daughter putting packing tape on it?
Yes.
Oh, because she's probably like, she doesn't know what else to do. She's trying to hold it up.
She's like, I can't drive with this. I don't want to lose the bumper.
She would rather drive with a bumper taped up with a car without a bumper. You know, she's got to look fresh, Mom.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't no more. I'm like, can you get one of the adults at your friend's house to come out and help you? Because this is not going to work. And she's like, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Like, move on then. You know what?
It's like, I got into it with my ex-wife's parents because I felt like when I got, I don't know, it was just some point in our relationship, I was just like, your mom, I think your mom is the queen behind everybody's shit. Like, I really do believe this. And then I remember calling her father, and I'm talking to him, I'm like, yeah, Bill, so, and he's like, yeah, hold on for a second. I said, Bill, do you have me on fucking speakerphone? He's like, what are you talking about? I said, Bill, do you have me on speakerphone? I do not want to be around Barbara as you're talking. And then I hear her in the background going, fuck you, Frank, you'll never see your fucking daughter again, you piece of shit. I knew the bitch was she was a fucking ringleader.
Can I tell you something weird, dude?
Yeah.
I kind of want to be with a woman who cusses me the fuck out before we have sex. Just like,
yeah, that shit is dope.
Yeah.
That shit is dope.
Yeah, I do that to my girlfriend and she really likes it.
I mean, I think that, just being open and using profanity, I think it should be more of that than opposed of, humans running away from certain. This is the reason why humans are still enslaved by words. Like, when I ask Adrian to say, he will be like, yeah, oh man, I'm not gonna say nothing to you in words. It's like, just say the word, man. What the fuck are you doing? But it's intentionally, some people intentionally do that so that they can have power over the word. That's all they're doing is giving that word power so they can enslave the other. It's like reverse psychology. It's the stupidest shit. But you gotta be hip to it. You gotta be hip to it. That's why white folks say nigga all the time, but act like when they get around black folks, they act like they can't say it.
Oh yeah, there was a white kid like last month who didn't know I was black when he first hopped in the car. Like, so a guy I'm working with was giving me a ride home.
Mm-hmm.
His cousin hops in the back, and before he sees me, he's like, "Man, I was about to deck that nigga in the face." Now he said Ned, you said GA the whole.
Yeah.
We were trying to be cool, but like when he saw me in the front, like, "Oh shit, he's black."
But
okay, car ride was off.
Dave, what do you think that's all about? Why do you think that white people pause and don't say it, but then when they get around each other, they'll say it all day long?
Because they won't be called racist.
See, that's what I'm saying. How the fuck? Whoa. Okay, so you're saying that they are scared, but if they're not racist,
well, honestly, I think some of them are even careful around saying around certain white people, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Why does this word have so much power?
You know,
because I'll tell you what it is. Black people have weaponized it to fuck with white people. That's all it is. I don't think they're really offended. I think they pretend.
For real, I don't really take this conversation too seriously in here, but like, how about you have an African American man speak about it before a foreigner who's not even black talks about it?
No, because I'm allowed to give my theory on it. I'm allowed to. No. I'm not American. Listen, I don't give a fuck if someone thinks I'm racist. I'm not American, okay? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm not racist, but if you do, no, I'm not racist, but if you think I am, I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not in America. Listen, I'm not in America. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuckity fuck if you think I'm racist. Fuck yourself. Fuck your mum, fuck your dad, fuck your son you never had, fuck your mum, fuck your mum, fuck your mum, fuck your... Okay, Purple, can you mute him, Lucifer, so I can talk, please? Fuck up.
No, because I'm African American, I'm going to talk about my reason.
I don't give a fuck what you are.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't. But I'm not going to let foreigners talk about the black experience in America before I do.
I'm not going. You sound like a geeky little white man. Why do you sound like that if you're an African American?
So all white people are supposed to sound like you?
Did I say that? No, I didn't. I said you sound like a geeky little white man. You don't sound like me, bitch. You sound like a man. You sound like a geeky white man. I don't sound like a geeky white man.
Did you miss the point? My thing is, I said to you, so all white people are supposed to sound the same.
I never said that, though, did I? So, why are you chatting shit? I never said that.
Oh my god.
Fuck you. You're retarded. You're retarded. You're retarded. You're retarded. You're retarded. You're retarded. You're fucking retarded. You need to shut your big old googery bootlet.
Hold on, Dragon. Let's hear what he has to say. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, go on. He's crying like a fucking baby, so let's just let him say what he's got.
All right, go ahead.
Trying to interrupt me. Anyway, so, like, my perspective of it all is because, like, through slavery and through Jim Crow law, that's literally 200 years of persecution. Black men were castrated. Black women were used as breeding cattle, you know? And also, it's not just in America. Colonialism, the scramble of Africa that happened in the middle of the 18th century, was destruction of the black identity. Like, specifically in America, like, it was used to demasculate black men. That's why they call us boys still sometimes. It's very psychological, man. Like, white people. Now, I do say other races do have comparable names to them. Like, I would never call a Native American slurs or anything like that, or Asian people. But white people, at least in America, they have no comparable word even to the level of that. Like, there's nothing in American history, not even in the last 300 years, in the world where you can see mass groups of black people having picnics and celebrating the castration, the lynching of black people, the selling of white children.
So you're saying that this word has it's almost got
it has generational trauma to it.
Okay, so you say it's got a ghost. This word nigga is a ghost.
Yeah. Like, dude, my grandmother was born and raised in the Jim Crow era. The majority of her life was in the Jim Crow era. Like, and my grandmother's a Creole mulatto. She's technically black, but she's light skinned. She's lighter than
So she got some white in her.
Yeah. She's still considered a black woman. And when she was married to my grandfather in the military, they were about to arrest them because she was going into labor and he was trying to get her on the military base at the hospital. And they were about to arrest them for having a legal interracial relationship at the time because they thought she was a white woman.
Yeah, so, I've heard about that type of shit.
This stuff is not. My mom was born in 1964.
I know. But here's the thing, Dave.
It's real, man.
I get it. But Dave. I mean, if you look at it, I understand that you say it's real. But one thing that I say is that the word cannot be greater than the Creator, and humanity has to black, white, all of these are just words, man.
We can't control how other people feel, though.
Yeah, but yes,
okay, right. I understand they have a bad feeling about the word, obviously, for obvious reasons. But there is no excuse, right? The amount of violence people get for using the word, it's not excusable. You cannot excuse killing someone for saying a word.
Yeah,
it's not okay.
It's like, Dave, you're giving somebody an excuse to project that they can't manage
their emotions. Murdering somebody.
No, but what I'm saying
No, I never said you did, but other people would, okay? Other black people would.
It's not that. You're justifying, or what I'm saying is, man, own your thoughts, actions, and emotions, and let people say what they want to say. And
yeah, but I don't have to associate with you.
No, but that's not the majority of how black people would deal with it, though. Like, okay, if you were on stage and you said the N-word, people would literally try and get you fired. They'd target your children, try and come to your house and throw shit at you. It's a word.
Right in a democracy, right of protest. I can do all that stuff. I can protest you every single day.
Right, okay. But any person of a decent IQ, right, you said that, we've processed it, right, but anyone with an IQ above 78 wouldn't get so angry over a fucking word. They wouldn't. They really wouldn't. They would get angry about, like, other stuff, like, okay, stop fucking over-talking me. Could you, Lucifer, please, tell him to stop over-talking me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, right. If you said to me, say I was a rape victim, and you said to me, I hope you got raped until your vagina was bloody and it was torn in 5 different directions, that would hurt my feelings. That doesn't mean I'm justified in throwing a Molotov cocktail into your window. Do you understand? It's only low IQ people who react.
So I don't like you trying to put that on my doorstep. I'm not advocating just because I'm black doesn't mean I have to do. You're doing collective punishment.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about how people. I'm not talking about you.
Hi, Lucifer. Your own.
Oh my God, you're so fucking stupid. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying if you said the N-word in America, shut up. If you say the N-word in America, people would react in that way. They would light Molotov cocktails and throw them at you and shit because Americans are fucking retarded.
You live in America.
Please shut up and tell Lucifer that his owner is here.
Okay, your owner's here. Okay, Purple, I've realised that when I talk, you're just going to keep fucking mumbling through it. And it's fucking annoying, so there's no point even talking to you. And it's honestly, it's like talking to you is like smashing my face against a brick wall, so I'm just going to call you.
It's a ping-pong conversation. It's not supposed to be a lecture. If you say a point, it's okay for me to inject or add something to it. You just want to
after I'm done, yeah.
To speak for me.
No, because I'm not done. When I'm talking and then I haven't finished the point and you're cutting up the first bit, that's
points. It's a form of debate called Gishmak.
No, you need to have an attention span longer than 5 seconds to have a conversation, but you don't.
You both are putting demands on each other. This is hilarious as fuck.
No, I give up. No, don't put me in his basket. No, I'm not as retarded as him. No fucking way.
Okay. Anyway, so
you both sound retarded to me.
It's like when I want to.
Yeah, well, you are
losing. Collective punishment to me because it's like the second time she tried to.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna leave the room. Bye, you fucking retard. Okay, see you later, Lucifer.
Anyway, so she came in and handled me talking, and it's ironically she was saying I was interrupting her, but she was interrupting me a lot. But anyway, so what she was doing with the first, like the second time she tried to say, "Oh, violence. People do violence. You're supporting violence. What the fuck are you talking about? Where, like, I've never met. I really really sincerely never met, even a person online, an average person that says you should commit a murder crime for someone saying the N-word. Most people say you should lose your job, or I'm not going to be friends.
Well, even a person, that guy. I don't think that a person should lose his. Here's my thing. Here's my take on it. As an observer, if I can't, as an observer stepping out from an alien, you all should not should. If somebody says to call you a nigger in trying to hurt you mentally or hurt your feelings, you should then turn to that man or woman and say, "Hey, are you projecting and trying to hurt my feelings?" And then ask the questions why. Just sit. Can you all have the conversation? Because the more you keep running from this conversation and letting somebody just spew up and be angry, and this hurts it. When are you all going to be accountable for your thoughts, actions, and emotions? Like one is.
Frank, I've literally been in discords with Nazis, and I've tried to have these civil conversations with them, and they just called me the N-word the entire time. They just kept shouting "low IQ," N-word, commit more crimes, leave my country, go back to Africa. They just were shouting the whole time. Like these hardcore racists, they don't care about what you have to say, dude. They don't care. And that's what shows you actually haven't spoken to them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying. They don't care, right? But you got to be able to get to the root of why they don't care. And I think
if they're not willing to engage with you, you can't.
But Dave, listen, that's their fault. Dave, this is the reason why I created Love Heart Network. I'm going to have.
They're not going to come to you because they consider you inferior because you're a black man. They're not going to.
That's fine, Dave. I'm going to pay people to talk to me.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. I'm going to end up paying people to talk.
Respectfully, as a Jew, I have had many interactions online with Nazis, Jew-hating bastards, who have sought me out to troll me. Not people like Wednesday. People Clubhouse and outside the realm of Clubhouse. And I think that some of them.
You keep breaking up, my friend. Now you're mute.
I'm just saying there are some Nazis on the internet who are willing to engage with blacks and Jews like me.
I've had encounters with them on other.
Hi, Joomer. Don't ignore me.
Oh, hey, Wednesday. I was wondering if that was you. I didn't want to be weird about it, but hey.
Speaking of Nazis.
Haha. Speaking of trans lover.
Oh my God, none of that guy.
Speaking of fucking dusty old pussy.
At least I know what a real pussy look like, sir. Thank you.
Dude, 40-year-old pussy is awesome.
Yeah, from fucking looking at your own in the mirror.
No. Listen, how did you not know? That's the question. Were you drunk? It's okay. You don't want to admit it to it. It's fine.
I'm still.
Dude, you miss me?
Yeah, you were actually one of the good things about Stereo. I left it like a month and a half ago. So.
Oh, me too. Come to this room. Come to one of my rooms. I followed you. Follow me back.
Yeah, I'll follow you. People doing too much on arguments, dude. I'm kind of over it. Like, people got way too nasty on that app, and I'm really not trying to bring that over here, honestly.
No. It's there's a debate room. A couple of debate rooms.
I don't like it when people are too mean to each other on Clubhouse. I don't like that.
Yeah, not Zach.
Well, more of my issue was like when we're no longer talking about the subject, when we're talking about each other, what we think about each other.
Right, and whether we have or had not had sex with transgender people, or if we are or are not a fucking dusty old femcel with fucking Cheez-It crumbs on your titties or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, Doomer has seen my picture. He knows how I look, and there's nothing dusty about me, honey.
No, she's not dusty. No.
So, na.
friend, are you pro-Israel? I'm guessing.
Yes.
I can tell by your voice.
I can tell by your voice.
I don't know. You had that certain type of. I don't know. There's like
I am pro missiles hitting Tel Aviv.
It's a Jewish tone. It's an enunciation, combination of enunciation and good vocabulary, sense of humor, stuff like that. Yeah, you can tell a Jew from a mile away.
Sense of humor.
You wonder why people say Jews are racist now with that comment.
Hey, why is that? How is that racist?
Because you're simply saying you're the best person walking.
Well, I didn't say black people have a bad sense of humor. I just said Jews have a good sense of humor. Other people also have good sense of humor.
I feel like Dave Chappelle is the most highest paying comedian in the world. Some people may not like him.
I love Dave Chappelle. I think Dave Chappelle is a little bit past his prime, but he is probably the GOAT still.
See, I think he's going more towards like a Bill Hicks thing.
Yes, he's transitioned into like a modern day philosopher.
Exactly. That's why I can't really say like he's like a comedian. So he doesn't really have setups that much or payoffs really.
Yeah, his past few have like maybe one or two jokes.
His comedian streaming. Just to let you know, comedian likes to record these rooms and put it on his YouTube. So.
Of course, I've been listening in the other room.
Really?
Danny.
That's good to know.
Have you found Anne Frank yet?
Anne Frank? What do you mean by that? Like the actual Frank? The actual girl? I think she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I think Anne Frank. Can I tell you something? It's really bad. I never read Anne Frank. I know the story though through osmosis, like since people talk about it, but I never read it.
Well, anyway, follow me back and come to my room. Next later. Bye, Jim. I love you.
See you later, Wednesday. Yeah, but Anne Frank's just like some little Jewish girl hiding in an attic, and then like, what's this? That her parents or the adults end up giving her away or some shit.
Her parents?
Okay, I already said I didn't read Anne Frank. My bad. I know I fucked up.
That makes sense. I don't think it makes any sense to say that someone's parents would.
No, I mean by give up, or the parents were like dumb and they accidentally exposed themselves. You know, Anne Frank was
Ashkenazi Jews are really smart, so.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened, but I think the neighbors told on them or something.
Well, that's why I said I didn't read Anne Frank, so I'm just like, anybody's open to explain the plot. I'm not sure. So the neighbor.
I never read it either.
So the neighbor saw the parents, and then like told everybody.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT.
Fuck looking it up. Let's ask ChatGPT. I actually don't like. I just left OpenAI today. Actually, I had to break up with it. It's over. Found something better. Better AI system. Yeah, but DeepSpeak really is better and it's cheaper and it's the same quality. OpenAI is not that good for its price. Wednesday, I'm fine right now. I don't care if he's recording me. I don't think I've said anything too problematic yet. It's really quiet. Hey, how are you, Emma?
Hi.
What's on your mind?
I'm just trying to figure out this room. I didn't know what it was about.
It's just random topics, not really necessarily central. I did want to grill my friend on Israel because he's a Jew, but then he kind of bailed out.
I'm here. I'm just driving on the highway. I'm in and out of the Matrix.
Got you.
But I'm basically back to reality. Back to life, back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
What do you want to know about why I support genocide or ethnic cleansing? Because I fucking hate the Arabs and death to Arabs and Muslims are cockroaches.
Honestly, dude.
The Arab guy thought I was being sincere, but maybe he went to report me. Obviously, I was being sarcastic.
You're peace with that rhetoric.
I was sometimes just too good of an actor, but obviously I don't.
You kind of did come off as
No, but I don't. I obviously should. It should be obvious. I mean, obviously, it's not obvious because you don't know who the fuck I am. But I don't hate Arabs or hate Muslims or whatever. I was actually anti-Israel for a very. There, he's back, Mr. Arab man in the audience. There, I was being sarcastic. I don't hate Arabs. I don't hate Muslims. And I was actually anti-Israel for a very long time, you know, in my mind, politically. I was free Palestine and went to protests wearing a keffiyeh and hated Israel and repeated all of the pro-Palestinian stuff. So I'm very familiar with the...
I don't think you need to hate Israel, no, honestly. I think you just have to just want the autonomy, because I'm just for sovereignty, the sovereignty rights of both entities to be respected, you know. And
well, are you American?
Yeah, I'm American.
Are you American?
Yes, I'm American.
Are you? How old are you?
30.
30. Okay, so I'm only 37, so it's not like I'm that much older than you. But, like, are you aware, or would you agree or disagree? Like, are you aware of the fact that the Palestinians don't really want their own state so much as they just simply care about the destruction of Israel? Or do you really think that the Palestinians want their own state?
I don't think the Palestinians necessarily have a voice because they're embargoed right now. And
well, they have a voice in interviews and stuff. I mean, there are like man on the. Well, that's debatable. I mean, that could be true, but like, then we got to.
My friend, I was about to say, you literally can't not lie. Like when we're not talking about war, but we're talking about political war, like the war of information online that the Palestinians and the Jews are having right now, the Israelis. Like, it's just when we're talking about money and wealth and influence and like the level of propaganda, it is completely disproportionate. It is completely disproportionate. Like the average Palestinian has nowhere near its influence on how their lives.
Well, I think that's an interesting perspective. I mean, I can appreciate the merits of your perspective, and also
I'm pretty sure you know about the water and food insecurity, right?
The water and food insecurity, because Israel controls all the water and food that goes into Gaza.
Yeah.
I am aware of this, but have you seen the video, the propaganda video created by Hamas of the Palestinians ripping up the water pipes to turn them into rockets? Have you seen that video?
I don't watch any propaganda videos. I only read out most credible resources of information released by the United Nations and nonprofit organizations. I try not to go off propaganda videos because both sides.
I don't know if the United Nations.
Hold on, real quick, let me finish. Because both sides have been caught spreading propaganda, misinformation, including the Israeli government. If you're honest, you have to confess to that. So I don't rely on either of their parties to say the accurate truth. I I know you probably might like this, but I think Al Jazeera is a pretty fair reporter, and I think Al Jazeera has done a pretty good job reporting on the war in Ukraine as well.
Interesting. I mean, I think that I would agree with everything you said except for the Al Jazeera is fair. I agree that Hamas puts out a lot of problems.
Totally not fair. There's not. Let's be real. I just realized this, and I know some people are definitely going to push back at this, but there's really no left media in America. Like CNN has gone completely moderate.
What about Democracy Now?
Is that on actual broadcasting television?
I don't know, but it's very popular.
No, that's on the internet. No,
it's very popular.
I'm talking about.
What about Cenk Uygur? Cenk Uygur.
No, those are all internet. That's new media. I'm talking about old.
What about Rachel Maddow?
Hold on, my friend. Come on, dude. Let me finish the idea.
I know your idea. You're saying there's no leftist media. I'm making suggestions of potential leftists.
How much to let you finish the point I make instead of trying to prove that I'm dumb or something like that?
Okay. I'm not trying to prove you're dumb. I'm just trying to be mirthful.
Yeah, a lot of humility right there. But anyway, so when we're talking about old media, I'm talking about established like CNN, Fox, ABC. I'm talking established something your grandparents, like anybody could turn on television and a child could see. Not like some website that like somebody our age or younger has to get on, and most of them are watching it. Still, the majority of Americans still rely on these old media outlets to still get the majority of the information, even if they're watching it online. And we don't have a media source like that. Democracy Now! Is still a small, independent media label. Sam Cedar, like Majority Report, Kyle Kalinske, those guys are small. Yeah, people know who they are, but they're small. They're not mainstream. They are new, independent media. They are guerrilla journalists. There's no, and who's that? Bill Maher is completely sold out, going to Mar-a-Lago with Trump or something like that.
He's sold out because he had a meeting with Trump?
He's a Zionist too, so I'm pretty sure you like him. And that's why the Zionists and Jews were all liberal for all this time, but as soon as they get called out for how they're treating Palestinians, now they're going conservative. Now they're riding MAGA train. I find that very interesting. Because a Ben Shapiro Jew 15 years ago would have been rare. Ben Shapiro.
Right. Well, that's what's interesting. I mean, that's what's interesting about the age. And I mean, 30 is not young, and 37 is not old. But my experience is, I was 17 20 years ago, and I can remember. I feel like a lot has changed over the past 20 years, and I remember being really angry. I mean, so how old were you when, do you remember 9/11? I was in, 9th grade? So you were probably in elementary school for 9/11 or something?
Yeah, I was second, first grade.
I mean, 9th grade is not old. I was a kid for 9/11. So there was a lot about the world that I was still not aware of. But I remember protesting against George Bush in high school, walking out of high school to protest against the war in Iraq. And then Obama got elected, and everybody relaxed. I was in college when Obama got elected, and everybody was celebrating. They were so fucking happy. And I was kind of, a lot of people are like, well, you're so critical of Biden, or you're so critical of Hillary. Well, what about Obama? I was critical of Obama, and I felt like I was very disillusioned by Obama. And I felt like he did some kind of fascist things. He did re-sign the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, that solidified the Patriot Act and made it so anybody could be labeled an enemy combatant and locked up indefinitely. That was in 2011, I think. And then the whole thing with Trump was crazy, bro. In 2016, I don't know how old you were in 2016, but it was a while ago. It was
I was 21.
It was 10 years ago, you know what I mean? And so the past 10 years, so much has changed. And I almost feel the platforms of the parties have kind of flipped, and like the counterculture party is kind of now the Republicans. Like, it's really fucking weird, but that kind of is how it feels.
Okay, are you into video essays?
I mean, I'm aware of what a video essay is. I don't know what video essay you're referring to. What are you referring to?
If you have free time, I'm going to send you a link. Watch it if you want in the back chat. But it's a...
Yeah, what is it? Well, I'll watch it, but also you can summarize it maybe.
It talks about the disillusionment. It follows an episode of the Boondocks. You might have seen this episode where it follows Obama, the dick riding Obama episode.
Is that the one where MLK comes back?
No, that's not one. That one's awesome too. And also
it's a classic.
It talks about that episode too in it. But it primarily talks about where Obama becomes president, and Huey's like actually cynical about it. And it talks about how America pretty much used like Obama as a way to like become colorblind, you know. And then after, it's like you got to watch it because it breaks it down more. But it's really about how Obama showed how unequal America was, because people assumed, oh, we got a black president now, things should be right. Wait a second, they're not. And like it's kind of commentary on how Obama's kind of tokenism in itself. You know, it's symbolic virtue signaling, but it's
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, you know, it's weird because I think like you can't have Trump without Obama, because I think Trump is kind of a whiplash effect of Obama, because like you'll see so many of these old school like white MAGA people who said they voted for Obama twice, and they mean it, they're dead serious. And I'm like, how do you fucking do that? And like
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you can keep going.
I was just going to say real quick that I voted Republican for the first time in my life in 2024. And it felt very weird, and I felt like I was selling out my younger self. And yet, at the same time, I felt like Trump was the better option for the things that I currently believe are important. And that's weird. Like, I don't know. My fucking 19-year-old self would be mad at me probably, but that's what I did. I voted for Trump. It was the first time I ever voted Republican. I used to vote Green Party only. And then I voted for, I don't even think I voted for Obama. I think I voted for fucking Jill Stein or whatever. And then I voted for Hillary. And then I voted for Biden. And then I voted for Trump. And I was like, fuck, I thought Biden was like, I don't know, man. The Biden shit was crazy and the COVID shit was crazy, and it's like, fucking A, man. Fucking voted for Trump.
I only voted once. I could have voted 3 times, but I only voted once out of those 3 times. I guess that's just the Negro in me, I guess. Don't want to show up to vote. But, you know, because I didn't show up for Hillary or Trump in 2016. But, like, I don't know if you remember, but at the time, it was like that meme culture of like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if like that Trump actually won? Like, dude, like, wouldn't it be funny, like, if he actually won, dude? That'd be like hilarious. Because he was just like a silly game show guy. So I was like, kind of like, man, having a celebrity like president would be hilarious for like 40 years. And then it was like, oh, this is terrible. Like, if Trump was just like an Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he's just kind of more of like just saying funny quips and stuff, I don't think people would be like so bothered by it. Arnie wasn't that bad of a governor, actually. He was pretty cool in my book, besides him pardoning that guy's a murderer's son, but that's another topic. Just while you guys are listening, pretty much Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this is a while ago, years ago. So forgive me if I get certain key points wrong. Look it up yourself later on. But pretty much, one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's like friends, might have been a business colleague, something like that. Someone he was decent, pretty cool, tight with for a while. His buddy's son walked outside of a bar outside like a college town and was wasted drunk and stabbed this other guy to death. I think he was with a buddy too. And I think it's on video too. Outside business, and they killed this guy. He got sentenced to like life in prison, or at least like 20 years, long time. And then Hulk pardoned his ass. Not Hulk. I'm saying Hulk Hogan. I'm just thinking of a bunch of conservative pieces of shit celebrities. But Arnold Schwarzenegger pardoned him. But Hulk Hogan, that is another freaking old school piece of shit, man. My God. Dude, every time I see Hulk Hogan in the news, like he's just doing just even more dumb shit. I remember I saw his son in the news like last year for like drunk driving. I'm like, dude, you're like 40. It's time to stop. Like, come on, man. Like for your health and just like self-respect, like it's time to stop. Get a hobby. Like getting fucked up can't be your hobby forever. Lucifer, you there? It's been gone a minute. Democracy Now! Is on cable, really? No, I've only seen it on YouTube though, but that's interesting. If it is, it's small. But I know they have a few new news outlets too, smaller ones. I know there's like an even more like hardcore news outlet that's like apparently more far right than Fox News. I forgot what it's called. But that's broadcasting. But it's so crazy that they're trying to gut the PBS right now, because PBS is pretty neutral. Like PBS has to be neutral. That's why all their news is informal, and that's why on PBS people can buy up, because at night you can buy up those hour blocks where you can just kind of have your own show. That's why you guys seen late at night when you were younger, probably in cable, like it would be like some guy like talking about the weirdest shit in like some studio. Oh yeah, I was talking to my friend about it. So basically, you buy it out the time from PBS, right? But then you have to go down to like your local like news outstation or some shit, and like they offer it to you, and you pretty much rent out the application with the license, and you just can like pretty much talk about whatever. And they can't really take you off air since it's like public broadcasting. I think that's pretty base, And that's why I think it's even more whacked. They're trying to gut PBS, because PBS is like, it's literally public broadcasting. It's for people, by the people. It's representation of the people. That means that means the administration and private institutions, wherever they're from, cannot control it. People as a collective control the broadcasting system. How are you going to fucking silence that? And also, when the news is being reported, it means it has to be honest. Because, like, as we all know, like, American news majority of all American news is privatized. That's why they're able to lie to us, because they have a profit incentive behind it. When you no longer have a profit incentive, you don't have to like make up the most insane news stories to get traffic, because that's why like news. And that's the same thing with clickbait. All this shit. This is the issue with how the capitalist system runs in America. Because like everything is profit driven, so people throw away logic, honesty, integrity to get $1. But fucking, I'm not perfect either. Everybody's a liar in some type of way. And that Muslim dude told my friend to shut up. He said, well, that was proven not true. QQ, you there? I don't really see this recording as a bad thing. In a way, it'll be like an immortalization, I think it's pretty trippy to think about. Like, who knows if YouTube will be around even like 20 years from now? But they have that. Pretty sure you know about the Internet Wayback Machine. and you can still pretty much go back and find old websites, abandoned YouTube videos, all this stuff. But nothing's ever really forgotten. Essentially immortalized. Like One Guy, One Jar. That guy will be known for that, like forever. You know, One Guy, One Jar. Guys, have anything to say to me? The messages, the conversation going until they come back. I just got this big bag of like gummy worms. I wasn't even thinking about it because I was like, man, I snack on candy quite a bit throughout the week. What if I just get a bigger bag, save money, right? Bargain. But man, I should have checked because this shit has fucking red 40 on it, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1. What the fuck, dude? Why are they putting all this shit in their candy? This is from Turkey. That's a new one. Okay, Great Value gummy worms are made in Turkey. Okay, wait a second. Nope, still made in Turkey. The rest of it seems fine though. It's like beeswax, palm oil. Oh no, there's artificial flavors. That's gay. Beef gelatin. Oh, that makes sense. Because Muslims don't eat pork. Because pretty sure you guys noticed, but like most candy, like gummies, like shell candy. Oh yeah, jelly beans, like kind of gelatin-based candies. Are bone, because gelatin a lot of it's bone-based, and they use pork and most gelatin,
All right, I'm back.
God damn, you took forever, brother.
Yeah, my mom plays. She just plays the numbers too much. The lottery. I'm not gonna say she played too much. That's her thing. But sometimes I just feel like a little fucking. I run all the way to the store and the motherfucker's closed.
Are you staying at your mom's place?
No, I just come by and visit her and shit. And when I'm visiting, she always asking me to go run an errand like I'm a fucking kid again. You ain't got no job. You ain't doing shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm just being nice because I would tell you fuck off, but I'm being nice.
It's your mom. It's like, I remember I used to get so irritated about it, but then I just looked up one day and I realized my mom was fucking like an older woman. I was like, damn, my mom's like 59 years old. How about I fucking just look after my mom? You're getting older.
No, I don't see it like that. I just see it like I have to be the example of what I know, what I'm living out. This character I created, and I'm 100% accountable for my thoughts, actions, and emotions. And it's not her; it's me doing the things that I bring to life. So I can't be mad at nobody. I'm never mad at anybody. I'm just trying to make sense of the shit that humans in their framework, how they operate. It doesn't make, a lot of this shit don't make sense. I'm an alien kind of like looking at this shit like, what the fuck? Like I was thinking when I was walking about what you had said about the situation with being married and that the wife can, like, suppose, okay, I'm an alien. You married an alien under the pretenses of your rules of the land that you claim you live under. Just because I did what I did does not constitute, you still got to live by your own fucking set rules that you claim you live under. Just because I did it don't mean you can go out and just do this. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was thinking about that shit. I'm like, I'm an alien. I don't adhere to this shit. But I was playing, I'm doing what you said you was. You said you love me forever, for better or for worse, for sickness and the health and all that shit. This is what, and I said, what does that shit mean? Oh, I'm a woman of my word. That means I do what I say. This is my God, and we honor our God. Well, why the fuck you didn't honor your God when this shit looked weird to you? Like, y'all give each other like this way out from just being accountable. This shit is fucking odd. But then you want to act like you want to act like you got integrity and morals and shit, and that does not work. It does not add up, bro. It just doesn't, bro. I don't give a fuck how you try to spin that shit. The more you try to spin it, is the more you look like shit to me. Because it's either you have integrity and morals or you don't. There ain't no motherfucking nuance in between based on what I've read and done the research on y'all guidelines and what morals and integrity mean. That means you are to do what the fuck you said you're going to do regardless what I do. Regardless. You're supposed to do what the fuck you said you was going to do regardless of what if I don't do it. But the way I understand the way how humans move is, well, what you did it, then I can do it too. But you fucked up, then I mean, you fucked up on the contract. I get the fuck up then. Like what? Y'all playing a fucking game then? Y'all are all playing a fucking game. That shit is wild, bro. And it's not. I'm not trying to get you to be like me. No, there's nobody like me. But I'm just holding you to these rules that you all made, that you claim this is what y'all stand by, would make you who y'all are, that makes you feel like you superior than everything else.
I swear, when I be streaming, I tell someone to hold on. They just keep talking. Come back. They're still talking.
No, I don't give a fuck. It's just out. It's out there in the ether. So, I'm just saying, man, y'all humans, bro. Y'all funny as shit to me. There's no reason to get mad at y'all. No reason whatsoever. I'd be a fool to be mad at you. I use the reflection, the passion of my voice is that I'm trying to understand y'all shit ain't holding up. It's not aligning up, right? And somebody has to hold you motherfuckers accountable, because if somebody don't, y'all keep hollering y'all don't want children to keep dying, but yet y'all don't want to change and hold yourself accountable to stop the shit. So my question is, are y'all for it or against it?
Are we supposed to hold other people accountable? Or
you motherfucking right. You supposed to be holding each other accountable. Y'all operate off the same operating system. That's this language.
But we also have to allow free will in people to make.
No. Free will was you made a choice to choose that framework of how you said you would operate. That's the free will choice.
All about choice. Hold on. Your religion is all about choice. What are you talking about?
No. Dave, in your religion as a human is all about what? Choices?
I don't have a religion.
Being human is a religion, dog.
No.
It really is. It really, because you know what you say? Human is, we make mistakes. That means you can do what the fuck you want to do when you want to do it.
No, that doesn't. That means you made a mistake. That means, oops, I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
So, okay, oops. There is no such thing as, oops, I made a mistake. Everything is intentional.
No, it's not.
Yeah, of course you're not going to say it's not intentional, because then you would have to be held accountable for what the fuck you've done. You don't want to be held accountable.
Okay, so for instance, the soldier that's told that this one building is filled with terrorists, and they're told to drop a missile on it, and then they found out later it was just a bunch of children in a church. Were they self-aware that they killed children before that happened? Clearly, no, they weren't, and they shouldn't be guilty for that. It should be the people that told them to do it.
Could they have asked the question as to why they doing it?
No, you're in the military. You actually don't have choice in the military.
Okay. You always have a choice, Dave.
No, you don't.
Yes.
So to be
no need to be aggressive.
Your choice is to be court-martialed. You know what happens when you're court-martialed in the military?
So you chose to be a servant, correct?
You are a slave. Once you sign on that dotted line to join the military, you're a slave, dude.
So when you chose to be a citizen, are you a slave also?
Have you been to the army, military, Purple?
No, but I have many family members that have.
Okay, so then you cannot comment, okay? This is like stolen
Yes,
valor.
absolutely can.
Okay.
There's things on books, and you can talk to other people who experienced it. You
No,
don't have to be in the military and know how the military
just
operates.
because you watch Saving Private Ryan does not mean you now have the ability to comment.
It seems like you watch Saving Private Ryan.
No, I'm a military man. I find it offensive.
That's a great movie too, man. It's a great movie. But anyways, like the military is not about asking questions. It's about taking orders. And you know that if you actually serve in the military, you know you're supposed to not question your superior officers. You're not supposed to go against their orders.
That is one thing, and there is another asking question.
And that's what I'm talking about with him.
No, if somebody's qualified to give you...
We're talking about, hold on, let us reframe, because I see you're trying to go on a stolen valor argument that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We were talking about choice, right? Are people guilty for the actions of others? Are we morally responsible for the actions of what other people do, right? So I gave that example because Frank's saying we should be responsible for the actions of others. So I'm saying, if I'm the guy who's in a drone and I press a button that my superior tells me to do, am I responsible for the action he wanted to happen? Are we collectively responsible? Am I responsible for firing the weapon not knowing there was children there, or is he responsible for the one who made me do it?
Do what?
Yeah, I believe you are responsible, Purple.
Responsible for what? In this hypothetical?
Everything you do, you're responsible for.
Okay.
He's supposed to be, but he'll find some way not to be responsible.
Exactly. Just own it. Right? You're trying to shift the blame. Just like you try to shift the blame on the military. Right?
On what military?
Any military.
Yeah, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're being a troll.
Why am I trolling you? I'm giving you...
You're making this about a military argument, like when we're talking about whether people are just responsible for actions. It was a morality philosophical argument. And you're hyper-focusing on the military. Thank you for your service.
It's you who's mentioned the military 5 times now.
Served your country, but this isn't about you sucking the military off and whatever valor you have about it. I don't care. I respect you. It has nothing to do with our conversation, brother.
Yeah. So why are you bringing the military into it?
Either have the current topic with me, or don't talk about it at all. You don't have to talk about it.
Why are you getting all... why are you acting all...
Why are you acting like that,
Because you're so transparent and petty. Anyways, Frank.
What is
you're being petty and transparent right now.
Yeah. But I'm being honest. He's being passive aggressive.
Well, how do you know he's being passive aggressive? It sounds like you're projecting.
I'm not your wife. Right? You don't have to blame me.
I'm being direct. He's the one being smug and passive aggressive.
Smug? I'm asking you questions.
Anyway,
I don't see that.
Anyway, Frank, let's get back to actual moral stuff.
Wait, he asked you some questions though. I'm curious why you started acting like that.
Because you're trying to get away from the morality conversation.
No,
I think you're avoiding it.
You're
called me a troll. That is how desperate you are to get out of it.
You can't handle the morality conversation.
It's you who can't handle the conversation. You're the one hiding from it.
And Frank has done this before, where he depends on other people.
Why are you hiding from a conversation when somebody comes to you with one?
Because there's no conversation, brother.
That's like a ladies' argument. Right?
That does sound like a ladies' argument, Dave.
You sound like somebody's wife, I assure you.
Hold on. Lucifer, don't you fuck Lucifer in the ass or some shit? Aren't you gay? I don't even think you fuck.
What does that have to do with you having a conversation
You're trying to call me a woman when you suck your own dick in the tent, dude.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what does that have to do with the conversation with you and Han,
because
though?
you're trying to call someone effeminate when you've done way gayer shit.
You're avoiding behavior.
No, we're not. I'm responding. Okay,
you have sassy behavior, Purple. That's what I'm saying. You get sassy when somebody asks you a question.
You get sassy.
Oh my god. Anyways, can we talk about
Honestly,
something real, guys?
even the color purple sassy, and that's your name.
Come on, guys. Let's actually have an intellectual conversation.
Well, we are trying to, but it is you who's getting all shirty every time I ask you a question.
Okay.
Just be a man and talk.
And I've heard this argument, like this rebuttal saying, "Oh, let's get to a real I've heard this before from people who stonewall me.
Because you don't want to talk about the actual subject.
No. I'm talking about what you're doing right now to Han.
I'm not talking about Lucifer the persona. I'm talking about Frank Lewis right now. Right?
Listen,
I want to finish the morality conversation that was actually fun.
We are, but what I'm saying
I don't want to get into a
morality. You don't have any morals, Dave. You don't have any integrity. You're going to move, and by any means necessary, you're going to try to win this conversation.
That's not true. I do have.
That's absolutely true. I already know how you move.
What? Hold on, wait. You've already gone way lower, bro. Hold about what you said to Beth earlier about children. She had to leave the call, and you're saying
Beth probably had something. Beth probably wanted to go play with her vibrator.
No.
You don't know what Beth had.
No.
You just know she left the conversation.
She had the fucking cat
Beth
out.
was not offended, man. I promise you, Beth wasn't offended.
Yes, she was.
Beth has heard
She
words.
literally reacted to what you're saying, dude.
That's what you think, right?
No, she verbally
Okay,
reacted.
let me say that. Let me ask you this: are you human?
I'm a Homo sapien.
Okay, is it possible that Homo sapiens make mistakes?
Yes.
So is it possible that everything that you're stating about what you think about Beth, you could be incorrect?
And yes, the same.
Okay, so how did you stand so sure on something that's incompetent?
Based on the evidence of the conversation that occurred.
There was no evidence. Only evidence is present.
Based on the evidence of the conversation that was recorded that people can listen to after this, of her profanely reacting to your conversation about children, and then promptly leaving after it. That's not the first time a woman. And hold on, stop. That's not the first time. That's not the first time a woman has reacted. It's not the first time a woman has reacted to you saying something great.
Well, you're overreacting right now.
Dude, you always. Well, no, women just leave and they get offended. Like once Frank says something to a woman, they'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe you say that."
You don't leave. You just keep skirting around the conversation.
I'm just not interested in talking to you.
That's exactly. You're doing it again.
Okay, Han, please go ahead. Go ahead and talk, Han. What do you want to talk about?
I don't have anything to say if you're gonna get sassy.
Come on, Han. I'm giving you attention. You want attention, young lady. What do you want?
It's you who needs the attention, my lady.
This European is trying to have sex with me right now.
It all comes down to
homosexuality. He's conversating with you. He's trying to talk to you.
I'm trying to talk to him. I'm like,
you're just screaming every 2 minutes.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Nothing.
Okay, so can I talk to Frank without you being petty?
Well, stop being sassy.
You are the gayest person on this call. What
Again, you go keep going back to being gay.
Stop being sassy. You realize how you sound right now? You're calling. Stop. Oh my God. Is that a picture of Joseph Stalin in his younger years? Han, is that a picture of Joseph Stalin in his younger years?
I'm busy. I'm not going to talk to you yet.
It's a picture of Joseph Stalin. Oh my God, people are so immature, man. Grown ass adult. Anyways,
you know what's funny is that you just did the same thing and it was okay when you did it.
What do you mean?
You did the same thing he just did, and then now you calling him immature, right? You call him about being a grown ass adult, but you just displayed what he just did.
What did I do?
When he was like, I'm not going to talk to you right now. And then you made a comment.
That's because I was trying to talk to you. Okay, there's a
Don't get aggressive.
He interrupted a mid-sentence. I was talking to you about a specific subject, and he tries to interject and try to do a segue to a relevant subject to create an argument.
You interjected as well.
And then I decided to, fine, dude, you want my attention. What do you want to talk to me about? And then he had nothing to say, because he has nothing to say.
But you spent like 5 minutes fighting.
His only goal is to be a troll. His goal is not to say anything productive. His goal is to be annoying. That's what trolls do.
But no. Trolls don't. They don't try to be annoying. You are the one that get annoyed, and then you demonize us.
someone is doing something irritating.
Right. So you. Right. So
But that's what
you.
it's called now,
Okay.
Frank.
Okay. So Dave, hold on, Dave. The person that irritates you is you first.
Oh my,
You're the first person that irritates yourself.
Dude, please go suck your own dick.
And then you project that irritation out on someone else.
No, Frank actually sucked his own dick, for real.
But do you understand what I'm saying? You are the first person who irritates yourself. And you're not looking at
We're
that
not
that
talking
way.
about cosmic stuff. We're talking about the actions of interpersonal relationships.
And that is the actions of an interpersonal relationship. You're not holding the... Okay, you got first person, you got first person, second person, and third person.
Frank, let me finish my sentence. An interpersonal relationship is actions between two people, how you treat each other. I know in your narcissistic world you like to pretend your actions do not affect others, but when people have a relationship with others, our effects and our actions will affect each other and what we say and what we do to each other, how it affects the relationship, whether you like it or not.
Okay, now, in what you just said, an interpersonal relationship, you heard of, I guess, in humans' grammar, it's first person, second person, and third person. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't remember what second person is.
Okay, exactly. You don't know who the second person is because you keep ignoring them. And that's what's funny.
I just
yes, because that's what you're. That's what. Can I finish? Can I finish? Now, can you let me finish a sentence? See, you won't even. You don't practice. You
realize you suggest the way you respond to people is pretty disrespectful, makes them seem unintelligent.
All disrespected.
What's up, y'all?
What up, follow? So all right, let me finish my sentence. So you got first person, second person, and third person. The interpersonal relationship that you are talking about is from the first and second. The first comes from the ether, if you will, the metaphysical, and then you create the emotion within self. That's first and second.
No, you're just doing pseudos. No, that's woo-woo shit. No, we're talking about psychology. You're doing fucking new science, the fake shit.
Can I finish? Can I at least finish? I let you finish. Let me finish.
I'm gonna let you say the thing.
So, okay, you got first person, second person. You created the emotion within self, right? And then the third person is how you show up between that two relationship that you had.
That's not what third person is.
Hold on.
No, that's not what. No, because we
don't get sassy. Let him finish.
When you're talking about third person, like let's say in writing terms, right? A first person is from your perspective. It's how you're seeing the world. Third person is how other people see you in that world. Like, so when you're reading a book and it says Karen picked up the book and Karen flipped to page 9, that is third person. And first person is when I read the book and my name is Karen and I love books. That's first person. I don't know what second person is, to be fair. I forgot, but I know what those two are, and they're not.
I think that's the issue, Dave. You haven't found the second person, and that's important.
No, neither of us know who the second person is.
I know who the second person is. You don't know who the second person is, and you need to find it.
Oh my gosh, that's not what the second person is.
Why did you let him finish?
It's humans like yourself, Dave, that doesn't know what a second person is. So the interpersonal relationship is bullshit. It's null and void.
Dude, stop using
one times 0 equals 0. It's supposed to be 1 times 1 equals 1, dipshit. It's not adding up, Dave. 1 times 0 equals 0. You're canceling out what you're saying.
Okay, the second person.
Why is it every time somebody talks, you just scream over them?
Didn't you just do that? Anyway, so the second person.
Okay, you constantly do it. Every time somebody makes a point, you start to scream like a lady.
I'm literally talking right now, and you're doing it again, brother.
I don't care if you're talking, because you constantly start to scream when anybody says a point you don't like. You're doing it right now again. I'm calling you out on it, and you scream like a lady. This is how ladies argue.
Are you a communist? Better yet, are you a misogynist? Because it seems like that.
Look, with this voice, I think you cannot be calling people names.
Are you a misogynist?
You have a very feminist voice.
You hate women. There's something wrong with women, sir.
You sound like maybe a boy of 13 or 14 years of age.
Ironically, he's most likely a 14-year-old boy.
Well, ironically, you probably like 13-year-olds. That's probably the irony here.
Holy shit, what the hell is going on? What the hell? Actually, Frank's the one who thinks children can consent.
You don't think that an individual can consent? So you are for overriding someone's consent, correct? That's interesting. So you are basically saying, I have authority over you. That's some slave master shit. And I thought, well, I have nothing wrong with slavery, technically, because I am your master. So if I hated slavery, then I would hate myself.
What is your take, Frank? Tell Han your take about people being molested by molesters and all that stuff.
What? What did I say? What are you talking about?
It's the one that
like asking the person, like that no one asked like when I was a kid and I was fucked. No one asked me if I liked it, because if they did, I would have said yes. And it wouldn't have mattered because somebody like you would have overridden what I thought was right by me.
Well, to add more to it, you're kind of leaving out Bill part that you were saying
what?
Many children do enjoy it, not just you. You were saying.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm a child and I enjoy it, I'm quite sure that if there are other children that enjoyed it. So what's wrong with saying that? I'm being honest about me. When I was a kid, I was getting fucked.
Really,
I enjoyed it.
You know a term called grooming, where children. That's
the same thing as parenting. What you do is you're doing
No. Well, hold on. Let me finish for real.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is grooming. Grooming is a tactic that's done by child molesters, where they lull a child into friendship and safety, and they normalize behaviors where the child will think these actions the adult is doing with them is playtime or actions of love.
So isn't that the same thing as a parent and being a parent? They think that what they're doing is looking out for the child.
A parent does not exploit children like that.
A parent does exploit a child. What are you talking about, Dave?
No, it's not. No, it doesn't. Not a good child. Not a good parent.
Not a good child. Listen to you. You
not
sound
a good
like
parent.
Not a good parent. What's a good parent, Dave?
A good parent supports their child and the best they can with their life, and keeps their child safe from people inside the household and outside of it.
Why would now? Let me ask you a question. If a child had God in his life, why would it need to be? Why would it? For a parent to tell a child that it's not God in the flesh, do you think that's keeping that child safe, or keeping that child under control?
Even Jesus needed a mother, dude.
I'm asking you a question. You're not answering it. I'm asking you if you knew you
I don't think.
Okay. If you knew,
I don't think a mother not calling her child God is damaging to the child. No.
Okay, so you don't think it's damaging for a child to be dependent on the external stimuli and not be 100% accountable. Is that correct? Because that's what you're grooming a child to do.
See, that's what we're talking about with Beth and all of them earlier. You think children are like instantaneously know everything in the world, and they don't. A child's brain is developing. Like a person's brain doesn't fully mature until they're 25. So
who said that?
Who the fuck said that?
Where do you get your data from?
People who study the human brain, psychologists.
Whose ass did you take that data out of?
No, it's not.
Where'd you get that data from? And did you cross-examine that data for the person who said that?
Yeah, I actually went to college for it. I studied it.
Okay, but did you cross-examine the person that you got the data from?
Yeah, it's from academic journals, and academic journals are peer-reviewed.
Which academic journal? I'm a clinical psychologist and psychiatrist. You tell me which journal.
It's cross pretty common knowledge what this is, dude.
It's bullshit. That's what it is.
Why is it?
I'm not even gonna warrant an answer, but please continue.
No, you're smart. No, sir.
Well, I mean, because some of the shit you saying, Dave, because you went to school, you did not cross-examine where you got the data from. So there, you take whatever you've heard from somebody giving a textbook, and that's your God.
Frank, you just say things to people and want them to believe you. That's
no,
really...
it's not. No, Dave. I'm trying.
No, Frank,
Frank,
you literally say you don't talk to anybody else. You develop all your thoughts in an echo chamber, you realize that makes you at a disadvantage too, because when you
No,
don't interact with other people, you
no,
don't
it
trade.
actually-
Hold on, wait, let me finish, Mr.
Oh,
Know-it-all.
don't get sassy again. Let him finish.
When you don't trade ideas with people, you become stagnant. That means other people develop further with their knowledge, and you remain with yours because you're not developing and keeping up pace with other people. So I know you think your method of just sitting up there and philosophizing and jerking yourself off means you're right, but it doesn't.
Okay, so it's
The
not
most
a matter.
intelligent-
It's not
the
okay.
most intelligent people learn from others and work together, not
Okay.
thinking they know everything and shut everybody
Okay, so it's not a matter of being right. I am trying to make sense of your logic, where you get your data from. I am asking you to. I am
No, I don't think
cross-examining
you're
what
trying to have
what you are presenting as truth. I am cross-examining and find out the source. Where you get the source from? Did you cross-examine the source? If you
Frank,
did,
where are your sources? It's really funny because in this kind of conversation, at least I brought up somewhere I got my information from or why I'm confident in this information, right? You have referenced nothing. You said you literally self-admit you only get this from yourself.
Listen,
where are
hold
your
on. Okay, so
no,
I'll tell you.
provide one source since you're the host.
Me, I am the source. I am source.
See, yeah, and have you gathered
And
that?
I'm
Where is
perfectly
that?
made. I'm perfect. Are you perfect?
No, I don't think anybody's perfect.
You're not perfect. Exactly. So won't you shut the fuck up and listen to somebody who's
You're
perfect?
not perfectly made though.
But that's coming from someone who doesn't think they're perfect. Why would you think anything more than anything else? Why would
Because
you think anything?
the person with humility and knowledge knows they're not perfect.
You don't even
That's
have
how you grow.
integrity, Dave. What the fuck are you talking
Yes,
about?
I do. I have integrity. I take care of my blind grandmother, my mother, all the time. I help my
That
nieces.
doesn't mean you have integrity.
You leech off every single person you know and jerk off in a tent by yourself. Like, who are you to judge me in any context?
I think he's jealous. You're jacking off in a tent.
Actually, I kind of am because that sounds kind of awesome. At least to take a week off and just chill on a camp.
You can't do that. You have to pay
I got
taxes. You have to
responsibility.
pay bills. You have to. You're a slave to the 9 to 5. You got to make that money, right? You feel good about that, right?
Yeah, I'm actually proud of that. I'm happy I'm able to help.
All right. Be proud that you are a sex worker. You're a sex worker. You're my bitch. I love you. Keep making me rich.
Oh yeah, Love Heart Network, multi-millionaire, lives in a tent.
Yeah, I'm on my own land. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
That's not your land, dude. They can kick you off anytime they want to. You're squatting.
No, Dave, you don't know who I am. You really don't
Frank,
know who
are
I
you
am.
on your mom's? Frank, the only way this is true is, are you on your mom's property right now or something?
I'm on my property.
You own property.
Yes, a shitload of it. A shitload of it.
All of a sudden, you own property.
Dave, I've lied to you all this whole time.
Sure. So when you had scabies all over your cheeks for months last year in 2023, for pretty much a year and a half, I don't know if you still have scabies. I hope you don't. That was just for the bit.
When did I have scabies, though? I'm just curious, though. When I don't recall.
Towards like, I remember around the summer of 2023.
You saw my face and you thought it was scabies?
Yeah, it was on Instagram Live.
Okay, so did you actually come touch my face and see it was scabies?
No, you don't have to touch it. You can literally just see it. It's visual.
Oh, okay. So it is possible that I could have put a filter, or I could have been active.
No, you were in the process of being kicked out of a store. Store you were using Wi-Fi at the time. A restaurant.
Where was I at? You talking about Empanera Bread?
I don't know, some type of fast food restaurant. They finally. You said like you were. I think it was enough. You had to. You can't stand women. So some woman at the front desk, you said you pissed her off, and then she kicked you out. I'm pretty sure you said something inappropriate.
But you understand? I own those stores. You ever seen Undercover Boss?
You're right, and
that's what I was.
So you got kicked out of your own restaurant and banned from your own restaurant.
I have to know what's going on. I got to do. It's called reconnaissance. You ever heard about that? Like undercover work. Why? What's funny? What's funny though? What's funny?
Because that means you're perma-banned from your own restaurant.
No, I wasn't. I'm not banned from it.
Yes,
I
you
don't
are.
need to eat the food.
Yes, they are. They banned you. The police literally walked you out. You were a ban from the establishment.
I understand. Dave, I gotta put on. You believed it, right? That means it
No,
worked.
the police. So
you believe, Dave.
so
you just
really
be honest.
We're gonna believe that you
I'm
got
a
a
good-
whole department to waste police
I'm a good
resources
actor,
to play
Dave.
a game.
Didn't I tell you I was an entertainer?
Frank, you were
What?
you
Talk
were
to
kicked
me.
out of the restaurant.
And
Frank,
you don't.
just stop.
And I own the restaurant, Dave.
Got it. You own the restaurant.
I own a lot of shit, Dave. A lot.
Got it. Got it.
I'm like what they call a trillionaire, like one of the wealthiest men in the world.
Got it. There's no trillionaires in the world, not yet.
All right, Dave. Yeah, I'm lying. I'm lying right now. I'm just fucking with you, Dave. Does that make you feel better? You feel better to know that I'm a piece of shit like you, and then we're all pieces of shit, right?
I don't think you're a piece of shit. I just don't like when people try to talk down on me when they have shit on their hands too.
Wait, I try to talk down on you when I'm trying to ask you information to prove your point. You just don't like to get caught.
Well, the way you engage with people with your level of narcissism, by the way, you self-admit you're a narcissist, and I've known you for a while, longer than anybody else.
Yeah, I am. I'm
The
an
way
asshole.
you engage, I'm telling you, you have to be self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So now let me ask you this. Let me ask you a
you
question.
are in
Do
a
I have?
self-echo. You are in a self-echo chamber a lot of times, and you can think you know everything. And the way you speak to some people, you can speak down to people. Like, kind of.
Okay. It sounds condescending. You're saying?
Yeah.
So now is it my problem what you
It's
eat?
kind of like the opposite. You're kind of opposite of a holy roller Christian who kind of does the whole bless your heart Christian routine.
So you're
They're
saying
too
I'm.
ignorant. They just don't get it. You know.
So
That's your vibes.
am I too direct or I'm not indirect enough?
Oh no, you're perfectly direct. Don't stop being direct. I think that's awesome about you.
But then if you telling me I got to be careful because it hurts other people's feelings or I can offend other people.
It's not about you being honest about what you think. It's about how you say it.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah, even I had to learn that. Even my therapist had to tell me.
Oh, man.
Oh, you have a therapist. That makes sense now.
Yeah, because I was like, damn, why
All comes together now. Thank you.
always? Yeah, I'm self-aware. I'm gonna reflect on myself, unlike some people. So, I'll speak
You're
about
not self-aware. You have problems, like I've been telling you earlier. To talk about it. I give you the feedback.
Everybody has problems. Everybody has problems. Dude.
Oh, you have some severe communication problems. You have a lot of anxiety. You behave like a lady in an argument.
Got it. Absolutely. And you didn't answer my question. What is the issue with women?
Well, he said you're behaving like a lady.
You're the one who behaves like one.
Because women have a tendency as an avoidance behavior. They make a big scene so they don't answer the question, and that's what you're showing. You're showing that behavior.
The thing about you two, you're not really answering your real questions. That's when I actually try to pose a real conversation to Hans. He never has one because he's a troll. Like, if you behave like this,
it's very easy to use that.
Hans, if you behave like this with women, we don't talk to you. And you behave just like a nerdy ass white boy, you get no pussy on.
Oh, you just end up screaming like a girl every time.
Nobody's
You're in
screaming.
a difficult situation.
I speak with faith in my voice. I live with people in my house. If I was screaming, people would hear me. Sorry
You
that
have
I
a very feminine voice. If you scream, the whole street will hear you, I assure you.
That's interesting.
I know your houses are small in those Warsaw ghettos over there, but my house is pretty big, and so is my neighborhood. No one's gonna hear me.
How big is your house?
I don't live in cement blocks like Han does.
How big is your house? How many square feet is it?
I'm not telling you. Okay.
You can tell me how many square feet your house is.
This is. By the way, this turned a new leaf. I'm not telling people that much vivid information.
Why not? What are you scared of now? You're talking again, and then he asked you, your ass fell out.
The square footage, Dave, that's nothing.
Hell no, people are crazy on here. I'm not telling shit.
You know why, Lucifer? He doesn't even understand the concept of square footage. That is why he cannot answer it.
Yeah, sure.
That could be it. Is that what it is?
Of course
Dave?
it is. Freedom bought a property in his life. He not understand it. He's gonna Google it now and tell us in a moment. US ChatGPT.
I don't have ChatGPT. I have DeepAI.
So you don't want to disclose how many square footage.
I don't like to.
You know when you met me on stereo. You know when you met me on stereo, I was staying in a.
Can I finish my sentence for real, Frank? Like,
oh, go ahead.
Why are you getting angry
like,
again?
I'm just
told
saying vivid things about my life, dude. Like, it's
Go ahead.
okay to joke around, but like, it's just none of your business. You don't need to know all my details about my house and my neighbor. It's none of your business.
I didn't ask
He
about
asked you
your
square
neighbors.
footage, nothing else. He not
Yeah,
asking
it's none
about
of your
your
business.
neighbors.
You don't need to know the
Again,
square footage of my house.
You're being a lady. You're avoiding the question again.
Yeah, you are deflecting.
It's called right of privacy. I know in your shitty
Right
ass
of
country,
privacy.
It's called hiding.
we call things called amendments here.
Yeah, I call it a lady hiding.
We have the right. Yeah, right. So does Joseph Stalin. That's why you have a picture of him, dude.
Yes.
Are you gonna finish?
Every time I ask you a question, it's all sassy if you don't answer it. It's a really weak
communist?
tactic.
Han, are you a communist? Are you gonna fess up or what?
Look at that. Hiding your tracks again, throwing questions on
So
top.
who's the guy hiding his tracks again, not fessing up on the topic? Who's running away now?
Hiding
Are you a
again.
communist or what? Are you a communist? Instead of doing 6th grade insults about whether I'm gay, are you a
I'm not
communist?
6th grade, I'm telling you, you're just constantly hiding.
Wait, what's wrong with 6th graders? You have a
It's
problem
not
with 6th
good.
graders?
It's not good to act like a 6th grader when you're grown.
Why is it? What's wrong with acting like a 6th grader?
Because you're a grown adult, responsibilities should be in
I'm
the
not
6th grade.
grown.
You should be able to engage with people in an intellectual manner.
If I live forever, that means
Frank,
what I am right now is nothing.
Frank, you're not going to live forever. I'm sorry. It's bad.
Are you sure of that?
I'm positive.
Well, okay, you want to put some money on it?
Damn
How much
straight.
you want to put some money on it that you die before me?
What? I didn't bet on that. I was bet you're gonna die. I didn't bet if you're gonna die before me. I'm not betting on that. You changed the term of the agreement.
Wait a minute. So you want to bet that I die, but you don't want to bet that you die before me?
Yeah, because the agreement. The argument
the
whether
agreement
you die.
is what you're saying.
The agreement was whether you would die, not whether you would die.
The agreement is in your world that I'm gonna die also with you, correct?
No,
Remember,
if you end up dying, I keep my $20, and if you die,
So wait,
I still keep my $20.
in your realm, do you die?
Yeah.
Okay, that's premeditated murder, right?
No.
No, you're not premeditated on that.
No, it's no entity.
So how do you if you're not premeditating
Frank, I don't believe in the afterlife. I don't think there's some supernatural entities.
Right, that's fine, but you do believe.
Hold on, and I finished the idea because I'm trying to. You always stop asking me multiple questions. Let me finish an idea, dude.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm saying to you, dude, is like, I don't believe in afterlife. So I don't think there's some like grand scheme to life. I don't think there's some evil or bad entity in the afterlife planning for me to die. The universe is cold and empty, and it has no feeling. That means it doesn't have a bad or good. It doesn't give a shit if you die. It's a natural biological process. It's not like some evil thing. Nobody's planning for you to die. You just will.
Okay, so nobody's planning for you to die. You just will. That sounds like a plan right there.
That's a bar too. I like that.
That's a plan, dog. You just made a plan. You said you're gonna die. That's your will. Thy kingdom come and thy will be done.
Lucifer, you still living in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, what's up, baby?
How are you?
You sending your goons over here?
You want me to send some goons?
Somebody's goons came over here and shot up one of the houses I'm at.
What?
Yeah. Because I told them, because I was defending a pet, because I told them I did not agree with what they was doing was beating up these. They were playing like they were 13-year-old boys, and they were talking nasty to a man. And then when the man showed up to meet the boy, then they started whooping his ass. So, and I said, I don't agree with this shit. And I gave him my motherfucking address. Like, come over my house with that bullshit. Come over my house and yell that shit.
Why are you giving people your address to fight you? That don't make no sense.
Because I don't have anything to hide. There's nothing to hide. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the vigilante motherfuckers, but they gonna come by and shoot up the place.
Wait,
they
who
gonna
are we
come.
talking about?
That's some cowardly
You don't know
shit
what
to
he's
me.
talking about.
He
Comedian,
doesn't.
you have met Lucifer comedian. Comedian, he's just as whacked out as you.
I mean, I don't give a fuck, man. I gave him my social security number on Twitter.
I've known
It's crazy.
Lucifer for 4 years.
I put my social security number. I'll give you my social security number now. You want it?
No, I don't want your social security number, sir.
Oh, because, like, do you hide that type of shit?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's my number.
Frank, why don't you go on TikTok or on Twitch? You would get a huge following. Like, people love locales. Do you know what a locale is?
What's locale?
A locale is pretty much you're a cow for laughs. They're milking you for laughs instead of for dairy. So basically,
okay.
yeah. So locale is just kind of a quirky personality where they pretty much have a fan base that laughs at them, and as long as you're okay with people laughing at you, you make a lot of money, dude.
They're gonna laugh at you, Carrie. They're gonna laugh.
Like basically, you say, "Oh, I'll eat this like hot peppers or like hot spicy food."
Oh,
if you come into my life
like doing stupid shit, like eating hot peppers and like she
yeah.
said, just
no,
doing
Frank,
like stunts.
You don't have to do that, Frank. Just be you.
I know, dude. I was on, but here's the thing, right? I don't want to be famous a bunch of idiots. It's just dumb. They're a bunch of humans are a bunch of fucking idiots. They don't think. They think they're superior, and they don't use common sense, bro. So it's just like, why would I want to be famous amongst a bunch of idiots? But then again,
that's what makes you human. You said all the things you are, dude.
No, that's not me. I'm perfectly made, right? Listen.
You think you're superior?
Listen, I don't think. I know I am.
Oh my God.
You see, I even got Wednesday laughing. I even got you laughing because Dave, you all are my audience. Like, you think I'm a piece of shit, right? That don't have no money, that live in the woods.
No, I don't think you're a piece
right?
of shit. I just think you need a hug.
So she thinks I need a hug, right? But the point of the matter is I'm entertaining. Am I not entertaining? I like to create content. I create content. This is what I do. I'm a creator.
Yeah, I know, but why do you always pick platforms that have such slow footsteps? Like, you should get on live streaming platforms. You just can't get too wild. Like,
I'm on Apple, Spotify, all the podcasts, you name it. It's on.
No, I'm talking about live streaming.
Live streaming. I'm on Love Heart Network on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. I do live streams. But that's all coming, Dave. I'm trying to get y'all ready for me because I got a potty mouth.
No.
Right? Yes, Dave. Right now.
There's certain things you just can't say if you want to be successful.
No, Dave. No. I'm very successful. I can say what I see. Have you ever talked to your boss in private?
No, I don't.
Your balls? To your balls?
Well, Wednesday you talk to balls. I'm talking about his balls.
No, I don't talk to balls.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I do not.
When was the last time you sucked a cock?
Oh my God, you're disgusting, sir.
See?
Stop.
See, look. There she about. I just asked you when was the last time you sucked a cock. What is disgusting about sucking a cock?
When's the last time you sucked a cock, Lucifer?
I sucked my cock last night.
So disgusting. Oh.
You asked, right? I told you. You wanted to know. Like,
would that be wait? So the question is, would that be considered masturbating or something gay?
Either or. I'm all of it. I'm okay with all of it. Like jizzing in my mouth and everything.
Oh.
Wait, why are you saying So you don't eat your husband's. So you don't eat your husband's semen?
Oh my God, I'm gonna get out of here.
I know how to get rid of Wednesday. She come here, I'll be like, semen. Jizz, it's a jizz fest.
Yeah.
Right here live. We're eating semen.
No, Lucifer. No, really. How are you doing?
How are you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. Maintaining.
Maintaining? What you been up to?
I got a
You
new
remember
job.
Doomer Dave from Stereo, right?
Yeah, I know. He's from Purple.
Oh, okay. You remember her? You remember Wednesday Dave?
Yeah, I remember her.
How
Yeah.
can you forget me?
Do you remember when she was on my show? She was talking shit to me
No.
Yeah,
on stereo.
That's I always talk shit to everybody in that app. What are you talking about? You're not any special.
Were you one of the ones that
I've
reported me?
argued with fucking Doomer so many times.
Were you one of the ones that reported me?
No. No, I wouldn't have.
thought that shit was
I didn't
fun.
report you.
Yo, did you hear what A&N did? They created a clip and they put it on Instagram, which is circulating still, about me being a pedophile.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hey,
What they did was
Assalamu alaikum, sis.
so what they did was, you remember Dave, the kids.
I gotta get out of here. I can't.
All right, see you later.
You can't come in here.
You remember those people was coming
I gotta
in?
go. Lucifer, you can't be handled. Nobody can handle Lucifer. He's just too much.
You remember those people was coming, they had the kids coming in, and I was going to different rooms and shit, just getting to know everybody and just trying to get them calculated to the app.
Real quick, Frank. I think Snurk's trying to come up. I think.
He can come up?
Yeah, little Snurk.
Who's coming up? Oh, Snark!
And he's got the isn't that a stereo app face?
Yeah, that's a major commitment.
Major commitment. Are you coming up, Snark, or what? I hate that comedian is recording this. I hate you, comedian.
Why do you hate you being recorded? What's wrong with
Because he's always recording somebody.
I have to close the app and open it again. Hang on.
What you say, because of what now?
It might be better that people are being recorded more because, like, it might make people chill out a bit more and think.
No, he puts people on freaking YouTube.
Does he cut it up, edit it, and all this stuff?
I don't know what he does, but he got 400 accounts.
Sound like that motherfucker got ADHD.
Canadian Wednesday. Hello.
What's up, cool guy? How you doing?
Snark.
Hello, yes.
Why are you making post about me on the hood? And I know it's you because I just spoke to you yesterday and you put a whole freaking post on me on stereo.
What the hell are you talking about, Wednesday? I didn't know fucking post about you. Shut the fuck up. What post?
You did.
What post? What did I say?
So what's going on in stereo anyway? How's things over there?
Oh my God, I've heard like something about Baby OG and John hooked up.
Baby OG and John. Wait, y'all know what's his name? Biddy Boom Boom. He passed away, right?
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, Biddy Boom Boom. Matter of fact, he was hanging out with what's her name? Sexy Reds and what's that chick name, man? Fuck. It was some chick. Oh man, I forgot her name. But they was kind of like messing with each other at the time, and she pulled a move and kicked Biddy Boom Boom out of her house. And
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You remember that?
Working with her and everything like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he said he was homeless randomly out of nowhere, and I was like, what the?
Yeah.
He died, like froze to death or something?
No, something about like he was in an emergency phone for a while or something.
He had a crash.
Yeah, I think he died from just a broken heart. Just fucked up.
It wasn't a broken heart because he was already in another relationship.
No, I'm just not with her. I'm just saying in general, like started off young, like and going through a lot of shit and just never able to mend the hurt, the pain. And it just
you see, sometimes Lucifer says some really cool philosophical shit, and then next you know he's gonna talk about jizz.
What? What are you talking about, Wednesday? I'm just saying, it's just an observation. I'm looking at humanity, and I'm looking at the the code of human, and it's a parasitic code. It's a spiral.
Don't get up. I'm sorry, Lucifer. Please forgive me. Snurk. Just admit that you did that post about me.
No, get fucked. What is it about? I didn't do any posts.
He said, "Get fucked."
I didn't do a post recently. That's all. I don't need any extra.
There was a post
right
about
I've got
me.
a Pokemon card made about me. I've got a diss track going around me. I haven't even fucking heard it yet.
Yeah.
Shit to deal
We
with.
say, what's the
I
big
don't wanna
deal?
do
So
another post. I haven't even done a post.
I mean, I'm not on. I don't really care. I'm not on.
Yeah,
What's the post say? And I'll look into it.
Something about fuck it. Who cares? Malik in Uptown.
You want me to own up to just anything? There's a secret.
No. Something about Malik
What's
in
it
Uptown. Push the spicy Latina Wednesday away. That's why she's no longer on stereo kind of shit.
Okay, it wasn't me. You know who it was. No, that's me.
I used to think it was so funny how, people would come into my shows and be like, "Oh, we love your shows, you're so awesome," and then when I start cursing everybody out, they're like, "Fuck you, never liked your ass anyway."
I like this that it's you. I thought it was the other Lucifer when I first saw your name.
Yo, that shit was so. Do y'all remember that time I put a white face and I was walking around calling everybody nigger? I was like, "Yeah, nigger, that's right, nigger."
Dude, you are such a fucking coon, Frank. Like, I still love you, man. But
that shit was hilarious, bro. Did you remember when I did that day?
No, I just remember.
Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. It was me and matter of fact, Life with Coop, she gave me the idea. I was over her house and she was like, you should a white face and just go off on him. Cause we used to go out, her and I used to go out, and she used to call me nigger at like the bar and shit. Oh, that shit would be so funny. We see people's faces and shit, how they would act, and like, white people turning red, black people turning red. Like, the shit was hilarious. I wish I should have videotaped that shit. That would have been some good content. To watch people's face when a white girl called a black man a nigger, or what I perceive to be as a black man.
Oh yeah, he likes race play. He's Shannon Sharp. You're like with Shannon Sharp. You like being called nigger.
Oh, Skip. Listen here, Skip. Hold up, Skip. Let me tell you something. I don't know what you're talking about. You understand? You gonna make me wanna. You gonna get choked, girl. You gonna have to get choked. You gonna have to get choked now.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. I was like, whoa.
That shit's all staged. It's all staged.
Did you hear that recording of Shannon Sharp with the white girl?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Y'all don't think that shit is staged? It's too obvious.
No, what was staged? I'm gonna be honest with you, Lucifer. When the noise with the sex.
That first one, that he wasn't gay or some shit.
Yeah, that was staged.
No,
but this one's not staged.
Come on, Wednesday. You really believe that this nigga would be that stupid?
Yes. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because he's an older man, right?
Okay.
He's an older man. He's like, I'm about to be 60, probably a midlife crisis. This little perky, pretty OnlyFans girl. You know what I mean?
Gosh. So you feel like he fell for the banana.
But I think she did trap him though. She in a sense that she would started recording shit or whatever.
Wednesday, he gets so much pussy. Why would he make the exception with this bitch? Why?
Well, maybe she has talent. I don't know.
Come on, man. Ain't that much motherfucking pussy.
Maybe she knows how to.
Ain't that much head.
They don't know how to do.
Yeah, listen, I got my dick sucked by a tranny.
Oh my God! I don't want to.
What's the fuck?
What? I told you about that story. Y'all know about that.
No.
That nigga sucked the fuck out my dick.
Oh my
God. Sucked it better than a bitch has. I ain't never. That was the best head. The best head I got was from a man. Well, actually, that shit was amazing.
I can't.
That shit was fucking amazing, son. I was just like, fuck. I looked at that nigga. I had to smoke a cigarette. Like, damn, nigga. Like,
oh man.
Nigga, just call. Here's my number, nigga. Call me tomorrow, nigga.
Oh my God. Can you kick him out? He's not even saying anything.
Say what? What'd you say?
Can you kick him out? He's not even saying anything.
Who?
Canadian.
He's all right with me, man. Don't be scared. Like, chill out. Live a little bit, Wednesday. Live a little bit. You'll be all right.
I think that's the culture.
When he's not recording.
I've entered rooms.
He's not recording no one.
500 people.
You will know nothing of this man.
Even if he was, all shows that I'm in, I'm recording. Y'all didn't know I'm recorded. I'm followed by a special. I'm followed by a special group. I'm followed by the Alien Elite. You ever heard of the Elite?
The Alien Elite.
Like, that's the one percenters.
Frank is on Spotify. Frank is on Spotify. So if you've been on Frank calls, like his long calls on stereo, you might be on Spotify.
Yeah, like that's my crowd is the Elite. So it's not. I don't look for thousands, millions of dollars. I don't give a fuck about them. My family is the Elite. We are one.
The Elite. Okay.
Yes, I'm like the house. You know, like you ride in a yacht. You want to listen to, like, you got to go from one island to the next. You want to listen to some podcast shit, some wild shit like Howard Stern, but even like dirtier than Howard Stern. That's me.
Dude,
man, Howard Stern, when he first came out, he was the most talked about news guy in the world at one point.
Who?
Howard Stern when he first came out.
Oh yeah.
Man, I wish I was alive when he first was like really big and everything. Because all I see is just like the old videos on YouTube of all the shit that was going on. And it just seems so wild.
Who, with Howard Stern?
Yeah. And
he was crazy when he first came out.
He slowed down though. He used to well, you know, he's on satellite radio, XM. Yeah. So he still operates within, like, he doesn't go hard.
Yeah.
Like me, I go hard in the paint.
Yeah, he's definitely softened up in his older years.
Howard Stern got everything from me.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you, Howard Stern is
there
like...
was no drama today on stereo. I went in there and there's no drama.
He's like the white version of me.
I don't know about what today is for you.
He's like the
You're
white
the troublemaker, Snark. King Petty don't like you.
I know.
King Petty. Oh, that's you talking about what's his name? Roy.
Yeah.
Roy Truth. Oh, I had to talk to Roy Truth. You know, Roy Truth. He hate me too. I don't know why he hate me so much.
Yeah, he's done a diss track about me.
Wait.
No one can hear it because he blocked everyone.
Doomer and Lucifer. Do you remember when that guy, the gay guys, accused Roy Truth of like being gay? I'm starting to think Roy Truth is gay.
Can I have some more detail about that, please? Because I believe it. I've heard other little things said as well.
Man, I used to talk to Roy. He used to, but you know what he did? That motherfucker would do some slick shit though. But he used to call me and want us to do like, because you know we did Outwitting the Devil together. Do you remember that book? Well, anyway, we read the book, it was a pretty awesome, amazing recording. You probably can catch it on his time. I think my account is still up, but I think it is. I had over like 3,000.
No, Lucifer, you've been banned like me.
Oh, it's completely gone?
Yeah.
Because I had over like 3,000, like 3,500 shows, 3,600 shows. And it was fucking amazing. Some great fucking content. I mean, some absolutely. It ain't gone. You know that, right? Stereo keeps that shit.
Yeah. But I meant like, if I look for it, I can't find it.
Oh, okay. I can always pull it up when it's time. I'll just have my boys go retrieve my shit when it's time. But it's not time right now. Not yet. But it's gonna be off the chain.
Did OJ do it?
And you guys, you know, all of you are.
OJ did it. OJ did it.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to believe OJ did it too.
Starting to.
Why would you think
documentaries and shit on it?
Why would you think he would kill her? Why?
Of course, Frank's pro OJ.
I'm asking guys, why do you think? Why do you think?
It's a white woman. Oh my
Sex
God.
with another man. That's why.
I mean, do you know that, like, in that arena, right, with the Hollywood, they have a lot of orgies.
Yeah,
Okay, so if listen, because you have to be in a certain mindset, right, to be in Hollywood. I mean, to watch people fucking. You can't be mad that your wife wants to suck some dick in front of you, right?
I think just because you partake in the occasional threesome.
Yeah, like I mean, I've been. Wait,
you can't complain when your fucking wife sucks off.
Have you ever been
the
to a swing
mailman?
party?
Alright, Ken, you've seen a sex party before.
I've been to several swing parties. It's
oh my goodness, my virgin ears.
Yo, Wednesday, you couldn't handle. I could tell right now you would.
No, I don't do things like that.
Okay, but there's nothing wrong with it though. There's nothing wrong with it, but you personally just can't. You can do it, but you're just too insecure to get undressed and fuck somebody in front of somebody.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you could have everybody staring at you. I remember one time I went to this party, yo. I was fucking this girl so good. I had a whole crowd around me. I was in the middle of the circle. I was banging the shit out of this chick, bro. It was so hot. Like, I think we were on fire. Everybody was around us like a campfire, and like we was fucking like me. And it was an old, I like older women, right? It was an older lady.
Was it a granny? Was it a granny?
Yeah, she was a granny, son. She was a granny.
Oh my God.
I was giving it to her because she was so sexy, though. Long silver hair. Oh my God, long saggy tits. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, girl. I poured liquor off some Malibu rum all over that bitch, and I went to lick it all up, and I got so engulfed and and her skin was so soft. Oh. And we made love that night. We did. That's why there was a crowd around us, because we was making love. That shit was awesome. And I know
when you had the crowd, sorry.
Yeah.
What's the type of thing that people yell in those crowds?
They're not yelling. Usually some guys are jerking off, women are
playing. Oh my goodness.
It's almost like they're watching, like I'm the porn star in the moment, right? It's watching porn, live porn. Yeah. That's all it is, man.
So it's like a breakdancing battle, like
yeah,
your turn, and then you go out there, and they're like,
motherfuckers was ready. They was trying to look. They was waiting for me to tap. They was ready to tap in.
Yeah.
They was waiting for me to clap their hands so they could come.
So other people, do they do b-boy poses while they wait for you?
No, like you see the guys with the headbands on and the wristbands with the condoms and their wristbands and shit. And they just jerking off and shit, like getting ready. And then when I got up,
why you starting them up, Snurk?
Huh?
I like it. Sorry, I'm interested. I want to do that now.
That reminds me of
that. You put it in the ways of like a dance fire.
You should watch that, Frank. Because
what is it?
Wait a second, you want to do that, but if your wife wanted you to be a cock, would you be it?
No, hell no.
Why?
I want to go to
wait a minute. Are you married?
Dressed in b-boy clothes. Yeah. Dressed in b-boy clothes.
If your wife wanted to fuck Jay, let's just say, who's her favorite actor? Who's her favorite actor?
You know what? No, Jay-Z, go ahead.
Okay, she wanted to fuck Jay-Z.
I'm smashing Beyonce.
I heard Jay-Z.
We're getting in on that money.
I heard Jay-Z looks like a camel, and he has a camel dick.
Oh, I got the camel dick, does he?
Yeah, I heard Jay-Z got a huge cock. But listen, so if your wife, let's say y'all go to a party, right? I mean, like a concert, and she just happened to see Jay-Z. She's like, Jay-Z. And he's like, haha, yo, you trying to suck this dick? And she like, she should look at you. What would you do if she looked at you? Would you get upset? Or would you be like, go ahead?
I mean, because it's Jay-Z, I have to think about it. I'm like, shit, can we sell this story? Can I retire
from
this story?
Shit, you trying to get the nigga on some bullshit.
He's whispering. You know he's whispering too because he don't want her to hear that.
No, she's not here, don't worry, she's not in the room. I'm not whispering.
So you want your wife to do shit in secret and not in the open with you?
Just nothing, just everything I know she does.
So like her desires, you just want her to keep those desires suppressed. So when she's giving you head, sometimes she's thinking about Jay-Z.
Oh, I'm not fucking Jay-Z, you dog.
No, I'm just saying.
He's not known for being good looking though. Why?
But what I'm saying is, did you say your girl like him?
No, I don't know where
okay.
came from. I've been shocked.
So have you ever thought about another woman while you was fucking your wife?
Never.
I used to do that shit. I used to think about Vanessa Del Rio to come fast. girlfriend, Vanessa Del Rio.
It's so crazy when people say like their old friends, like full names and shit. You'll be talking to somebody and they'll say like their friend from 5th grade. You know, Jesse Ventura. It's like like an old guy's name.
Yo, Vanessa Del Rio was the one of the sexiest
What the
porn
fuck?
stars.
You're kidding me.
What?
Not her.
What did you look her up?
Not this. I've looked her up, dude. Her face.
Okay, wait. Look at her shit in the 70s, and you tell me if you gonna say the same thing.
Oh, I thought this was a woman you actually dated. So this is just a model.
I did date her. I used to fuck her.
No,
She
you
what?
didn't. You fucking liar.
Yeah.
You see her in the 70s? You see her?
Yeah, man. That's
She
all
was
the
gorgeous,
bitches
wasn't
in
she?
the 70s.
Some of these are lame.
She's poison.
She was gorgeous, son. Gorgeous. She still is, though. I don't know.
I'm
Something
just
happened
scrolling
to her
through the
teeth,
Google
though.
images.
Something happened to her teeth.
Yeah, something happened.
Like, I don't know what happened to
She's
her
got the
teeth.
London Gap.
Like, yeah, like, what happened? Like, did she bust her head on a bottle or something? Like, what? I don't know what happened. Maybe that's cocaine that spread her teeth out. I don't know. But
Vanessa what?
Vanessa Del Rio, she to talk about, yo, and what, you know why I loved her so much? Because when she was doing what she was doing, you could tell she was loving it, or she was good at acting, like the passion. Like she was so good with rolling her eyes in the back of her head, and
Wouldn't you prefer a girl who's not into it, who just did it for the money? She's crying.
No, I wouldn't. I prefer a woman that is passionate about what they're doing. They love what they're doing.
I feel like, are you okay, sir?
I was asking a question about his preferences Wednesday. Okay?
That sounded like projection.
Projection. Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, Wednesday, would you want a man to just fucking you for the money, or fucking you because he thinks you hot and sexy?
The first one.
Oh,
No,
you want him just to be fucking you for the money? Do you have money?
No.
But if I was paying Wednesday
funny.
for sex,
I'm not to
I want
say
to
that.
give her I want to give her an amount of money where she's crying, but she has to do it. See, that would just be.
See, this is your fantasy.
Wait, so you want your wife? You want to sell your wife off, like make her cry while she's doing it?
If I was to purchase
like you
a
give her a
woman,
slap on her
I
ass.
would like to have so much money
wipe
that
up
she'd
to
be
the
out of
Russians.
my.
So you want to slap her in the ass and be like, look, babe, you got to do this for the team. Like, once you finish, we're going to be rich. We're going to be paid. You ain't got to worry about shit no more.
Isn't that a movie? Well, that was a movie.
What's it called? Indecent Proposal, some shit like
Yes.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's a good one. But
so wait, Wednesday, would you like fuck somebody else to get you and your man out of wherever y'all at?
No.
You for real? You mean to tell me?
I would. No. If you're asking for like a hypothetical, the only person I would have sex for to save would be my son. That's about it.
You would have sex with your son?
No, you fucking nasty fuck. I said if it was a hypothetical, and I have to save my it's like, oh, have sex with me to save your son, I would do that.
Oprah Winfrey, I would fuck Oprah. She could get the dick, son.
She can get it.
She got bad feet though. She got feet like LeBron James.
That's not what we're talking about.
Her toes.
From the country, bro. She got country feet. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
I'll be
Country
back
feet.
in 15 minutes. I gotta work.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got some big titties. She can't dance though. I don't think she can fuck real good. She can't. You ever seen her dance? That bitch can't dance at all.
Doomer, how long you been on Clubhouse?
I've been off and on Clubhouse for I don't know, probably like 5 years. But I've never used it that often. I usually float it through Spoon as well. Sometimes on Spoon, but there's too many teenagers on Spoons. I usually come here.
Oh, Spoon. What's that? That's another app?
Yeah, it's another similar to this, but it's just too many teenagers on there.
You know, I suggested to Clubhouse that they do the 30. What I really liked about Stereo was it gave you, it reminded me about being in the studio on the radio, right? And you had people listening, chiming in, and you could get the listeners involved. And I like that where you could play their message for 30 seconds. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that feature. And I wish Clubhouse could do that instead of having this where people type everything in.
And also, I just have a new rule now. I don't listen to like people streaming on the weekday, only on the weekend.
Yeah, I've got some recordings here in the Alien Elite room that I just do recordings, kind of just like on a podcast, just like I did on Stereo.
Right.
I would just do shows, and that's the thing about it. When you're in broadcasting radio, you perform, you give the content regardless of who's in there. It's always, you're always performing for everybody. It's always a performance, man. Life is a performance, pretty much.
Life is a performance. All right, well, I'm going to go back to find another debate.
Yeah, all right, go find a debate.
All right, let me know if you find something interesting. I might come in and cook.
I was in the room. I tried to pin you in, though.
All right, let me know about the topic. I'll come in. Let me know.
All right, bye.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Wednesday and the crew from another app I was in, or we were at. It was called Stereo, which was that app was out in the UK, wasn't it? It was a European app.
Stereo it's weird. It was owned by a dual citizen, like this Russian, British American, Androv Adrev or some shit. He also owns Badoo.
Mother Russia.
Yeah.
You know what? I did send a letter to Putin. I wonder if he got it. Fuck, I meant to check on that.
You might. You mean Trump or Putin? Oh, my bad.
No, I sent a letter to Putin.
You didn't get the joke, Frank. I'm saying Putin is controlling Trump.
Oh, that's my nigga. Putin, my nigga, man. We all family, bro.
No, we're not. We are not family.
Yes, yo, I'm telling you, you all are like my spawn, Satan's spawn, man. You little baby demons, bro. Y'all don't really get it, but it's okay. You'll see. You're gonna see eventually, and you gonna probably, I don't know. You may be all right because you know me, but the rest, a lot of people gonna want to kill themselves.
They already do.
Yeah, but it's gonna you're gonna see it's gonna turn up even worse.
Like
these, yeah, like these police shootings, they're not by accident. They go in and just start shooting. I think them shits be funny. You don't think? Well, I be laughing at them because now let me ask you this: you got a gun, pepper spray, fucking flashlight, and a big ass billy club, and you fear for your life. How much pussy can you be, bro?
Like getting beaten up by a billy club?
I'm just saying, you got all that. You have a gun, pepper spray, a billy club, a flashlight, and you fear for your life?
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, we have a weird police culture in America.
That shit is hilarious. And then, like, the other thing that's funny that I'm gonna do on my show, I talk about is how, like, people they cut the balls off, like, animals and shit, and they say it's for their safety. What the fuck? I see this lady cutting the balls off a fucking little cow. She's the most it don't hurt. I said, bitch, how you know it don't hurt?
Well, I would say that it reduces aggression in males.
Yeah, I know they've said that. Buck, what's his name? Buck Brenneman. He's a horse trainer, the horse whisperer. That's how they do the horses, right? They cut the balls off. Guess what they do to the women, the female horses?
What?
Nothing. They give them space, time, love, and affection. Imagine that, Dave.
Well, it's also because female cows are just far less likely to be so aggressive. Like, you don't have to. If male cows remained the same way they were before they hit puberty, they probably wouldn't castrate them.
So do you think that maybe the male cows are looking at you fucking with their mama or their girlfriend and want to fuck you up?
What do you mean meeting another male bull, or are you talking
No,
about?
I'm just saying. Let's just say, like the male bull is looking at these humans fucking with his bitch, and he wants to fuck them up. He wants to, like y'all say, oh well, this is how men are supposed to protect and provide. So what if this male is trying to protect?
This is the thing, though, Frank. This is the thing about Frank, though. Animals, domesticated animals, they are not completely self-aware of their place in the hierarchy. Like, animals don't have that many rights, especially farm animals, livestock. They're bred for their body and the stuff they produce, their flesh and their milk. It's fucked up. So a male bull, he may thinks he runs show, but he doesn't actually. He's under the control of his farm handler the entire time, and he can take him away from his women anytime he gets ready.
But that still doesn't exclude the fact that organically he wants to fuck you up because you fucking with his girl, his family.
Yeah, and he will be quickly reminded that he has no actual control in the situation.
Kind of like how God is to the world, to humans.
God's not real, though.
I mean, you would hope he's not. The way you talk, you would hope God isn't real.
Why do you say that?
I'm just saying, because if God, what you find out God is real, then you go, like, what would you do? Like, would you let God?
You're the one who hopes God is less real because...
No, I don't hope shit. I know the truth.
No, you don't. If God's real, you're automatically going to hell.
Okay, and that's where I need to be, right?
Yeah, but you're being tortured in hell.
How do you know this isn't hell, which is heaven for me? It's Zion. I call it Zion. Zion. How do you know this isn't Zion?
Because hell is crafted to target your worst fears and your insecurities. You know, hell will find a way to torture you. Anything you don't want.
Okay, so do you don't think that's what's actually popping for humanity right now? They facing their worst fears, right?
I got bored.
It doesn't take long. It doesn't take much to get you bored, Wednesday.
No, my ADHD be triggered.
What you said? You bipolar?
You're bipolar. I have ADHD.
You have ADHD. What is that now?
Just the way my processing center works.
Your processing center, your brain.
Yes.
So you really believe that you have ADHD?
No, I do.
Okay. So you know you do. So when things happen, you just blame it on the ADHD?
No.
Huh?
No, of course not.
God, you sound like Dave. It's like talking to you like talking to Dave, trying to get a right answer. They always kind of
No, you're trying to get the answer you're looking for.
No, yeah, I'm trying to get clarity, and you keep moving.
Force you to that position.
It's like you that calf trying to cut his balls off, trying to cut your balls off. You keep moving and shit, kicking your legs and shit.
If I was a cat, if I was a male cat, nobody's cutting my fur balls off.
Oh, well, I'd love for you to wash and fold and invite me over. Invite me over this week for some dinner and a hot tub.
And I love how you take it completely out of context. You make it sound like a
Well, I'd love for you to watch and fold and invite me over this week for some dinner and a hot tub.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I'm saying that I'm paying for animals. You're painting it like I'm okay with it or I like it or some shit. I'm not happy about that. Frank was up here trying to argue that a bull has the right to attack, because he was bitching about male bulls getting their nuts cut off because he's a man. And so he's like, it's immoral to cut male genitals off. And I says, well, it prevents them from being aggressive. And he says, why are you going to get mad at him for running shit? And I'm like, well, he doesn't actually run shit. His owner runs shit. And that's where I got to cutting.
Damn, that's some old slave. Dave is like I think he used to be a slave owner, Dave, back in the days.
Oh my goodness.
You were the Uncle Tom trying to fuck his white daughter, so shut the fuck up.
Let me find. I was the motherfucker who was fucking the white daughter and fucking the slave owner.
What did he say? What did he say? That's my Michelle.
Oh my god.
That's over 3 hours. Congratulations, everybody. That's a take.
Alien they never knew that came about. They gave everybody everything. I gave everybody.
Thanks for all the content, Dr. Wednesday.
Oh, thank you.
Imagine if like apocalypse happens and then Frank
Well,
is the
that's
only
what you
person
want.
left who can read and write, and he has to be the one that writes down like human history and everything.
Frank.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, you ever mess with that chick Prototype?
No. She got mad at me. Prototype? No, it wasn't Prototype. It was the other lady. What's her name, man? I forgot the name, but it probably come to me. No, why would you ask me about messing with Prototype?
Because I wanted, because there was a lot of women that had some allegations on you of something about a tent. They went in the tent with you.
They went in the tent with me?
They went in the tent with you and fornicated with you in the tent.
No, tell me you joking.
Yeah. You were you was going with the story, so I figured it was true.
Who was that?
Wait, wasn't Roy trying to help you out? Remember? Roy was trying to help you out.
No, Roy wasn't really trying to help me out. But they was, I remember. He was saying that I had ADHD and it was caused due to my cocaine usage. And I was like, that shit don't even make sense. He was like, yeah, that's what caused your ADHD because you're doing cocaine and you're a drug addict and
no, you said that you had autism. Come on.
Yeah, you were saying you were retarded at one point.
Oh, yeah, I was, the only reason why I was saying that to you all at that time was because I was like, so you guys would chill the fuck out so we can get through conversations. Like, I'm going to be myself.
No, you were doing that to cop out of conversation.
No, it wasn't,
If you felt wrong, you would
no,
say,
no.
You literally started saying you're stupid over and over again.
No, I was saying that to say, listen, that's what a psychiatrist would label me as autistic or somebody on the spectrum, neurodivergent and all that shit. But there's nothing wrong with me. I'm insane, yes. But the fact still remains, I'm going to be me. And autistic people could be themselves and everybody like, oh, it's okay. He's autistic, man, fuck you, okay. It's okay, and that's what all I was saying was I'm autistic. Let me be who the fuck I am, and I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say, but I'm still here with love. I'm like an undomesticated dog. That's what an autistic child is.
Have you been diagnosed by a doctor with autism?
What the fuck are you talking about? An autistic child is an what something dog?
It's an undomesticated dog, and that's all it is.
Thank God.
Listen.
Hang on. Just one thing. Because there are people who unfortunately have autistic children that are properly autistic.
Properly? What?
Properly autistic. Non-verbal.
I didn't mean properly autistic.
Non-verbal. You know what I mean? They can't talk.
There's nothing wrong with them.
Everything.
I don't think there's anything
wrong. But
then
you've got people who are autistic and they're just like, oh, my parents completely neglected me. I have no social skills. And they're not, they're just...
we're talking about
that's
social.
I agree with you.
Now, now when you talk about, but everything is a disorder if it's not fitting the order of, I guess, the etiquette of society. Is that a fair assumption? Okay, so my point is I don't live in that world. I visit, right, as an alien, but you can't, just because you have an etiquette and that you like to follow does not mean I have to follow that same etiquette. And I think that's where humanity gets it all fucked up. We don't have to follow that etiquette. And that's the same thing when I talk about...
You have the inability to follow it, though.
Listen,
you have to
right. So what I see, right? Because I see pictures and shit. When I'm talking, I see pictures, right? I'm not like you guys, right? So what happens is you all try. This is what you try to do, and this is some elementary school shit. Oh, look at you! You stupid! You're trying to. It's almost like gaslight me to believe that something is wrong with me, or I'm not acting the way you would want me to act. You want me to be domesticated because you chose to be domesticated. And if I'm not domesticated and acting like you all, then I'm not worth talking to. And yet, you all are the same people that saying you about love, unity, and trying to bring people together. But you are the same ones that are separating everybody.
Give us an example here. Are you like crawling into a classroom on all fours with fucking sticks and shit in your
Yeah, that's fine. And then, like, I'm the kid, right?
Desk, and then people aren't interested in talking to you.
I'm the kid.
Saying that.
When I was in school, I was in grade school. I was the kid that would come to class late with an apple and then give it to the teacher and everybody be cracking the fuck up. But I was just giving her an apple because I thought it was a nice thing. Yeah.
You're late with the apple. That's not
nice.
You're trying to buy your way into not being
No, but I was
what have I got
I was giving
sit down, you charming son of a bitch.
I was giving Miss Crabtree an apple, right? And people would be laughing and I would be like, what's so funny? Like, it wasn't as funny as everybody thought it was. I didn't think it was funny, but they thought it was funny. So I was always labeled the class clown because everybody else was laughing at me. Huh? How the fuck am I labeled the class clown and these motherfuckers can't control themselves? Anyway, that's just kind of how humanity does it. So if I don't say things that a woman likes to hear, if I don't talk in her way I don't behave myself, I'm a womanizer, which is bullshit. I love women. Well, no, I don't. The only person I love is myself. Only person I love is me.
Yeah, that's a narcissist then. That's a womanizer. You're a womanizer.
Yeah, that's, when I look up the word womanizer, I'm not a womanizer. A womanizer is a way to, it's like a counter, it's a person who is offended, who is personally, like, mentally not stable themselves, and they flip it and it's a psychological, like, flip-flop. They make the other person that they don't like, they weaponize, they become the victim, and I am the bad guy, the villain, and I'm okay with being the villain. But that's what they do. That's what I see. It's like, oh, you womanize, you're a womanizer, or you're a narcissist. What's wrong with a narcissist?
They don't look at the opinions of other people or views of other people.
So let me ask you, okay.
Because they're blinded by their own self-image.
So is that the same thing as the woman that's like calling me a womanizer? Because if I say I'm not, she's not letting me breathe.
She could be fucking Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She could be the most wonderful, outstanding person, and she's calling you a womanizer. Mm-hmm. What's that got to say about her? Nothing. I don't know. It depends on the situation. Or if it's like a skank who's been through 1,000 men, and then she's calling you a womanizer. That changes things.
But then guess what? The victim. But have you noticed that the victim never gets scrutinized or nobody questions the victim? Have you noticed that?
In which situation?
Yeah, in a lot of situations, especially when it comes to a female, nobody questions the victim, like the character of the victim.
Well, hang on. At the moment on Stereo, there's big controversy because there's basically been this guy who claims to have gone to this chick's house, had sex with her, he got too drunk, he couldn't keep it up.
Was it Baby OG and John?
Yeah, but then Baby OG started the story that he's this wild-eyed lunatic came into a house, threw his pants on the ground, and said, "I hope your husband sees these." And then,
what husband? She's been saying she's had. No one has ever heard her husband.
See?
It's getting strange. Exactly.
So initially, let me ask you: when it first hit the streets, right? Did everybody take Baby OG's side?
Originally, yes.
See?
Yes.
See?
The story got questioned, but we questioned her story.
See?
We questioned it.
Thank you.
A lot, and it got changed.
Thank you.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lucifer. Knowing Baby OG, and she lies a lot, I would have questioned it at the very beginning because she lies a lot.
Everybody lies. Everybody.
No, she lied about the most simple shit.
You're on an app. Nobody has their social security.
But to lie about being great, that's crazy, bro.
Women do it all the time.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy. That's life. It happens all the time. Wednesday, you know how many men are in jail because a bitch hollered rape because she didn't want to be embarrassed? Like, it happens a lot to men. We can't. How does it look when I call rape and you come into my house and fuck with me and I call rape? How's it look if a man call rape? You gonna laugh, right? He's a pussy. He's a bitch ass nigga.
Because you got a very different dynamic between
Yeah.
So how long do you guys usually go for wasting your time talking about nothing? I mean, it's fascinating and all, but I gotta go get my 6th booster shot this evening.
How much time do you spend sitting here listening?
You need to get your fucking rabies shot.
He's in listening. Come on, so we just talking about nothing, but he's listening.
But he's listening. No, he's not listening. He's recording.
It's
That's
fine.
Fucking weirdo.
You're projecting, Dr. Wednesday. I mean, you said you would fuck a man to save your son's life. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I
Fair
would.
enough. That's noble.
Why the fuck would you? Why the fuck would you proffer that? Like, what's the point?
You're a weirdo.
You're projecting. You're projecting. I have a show about weirdos. Doesn't make me a weirdo.
Have sex with somebody. I would have sex with to save my son.
Great hypothetical. What a fun hypothetical. Thank you so much for introducing such a fun hypothetical. Wow.
Be like, all right, fuck my man real quick. What would you do? You just bend over and let him hit it from the
Yeah,
back.
she would, but don't talk about it. It's a bit gross.
Send the chili dog. You got it. Oh, me, Rose. You got it, boss. Send the chili dog.
Grab your child and like.
You got it,
You gotta
boss.
have some really good pussy Wednesday for somebody to do some shit like that.
Look, I'm about to leave, Lucifer. I'm not one of your hosts.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just curious to know what kind of pussy you have.
You got it,
Why
boss.
don't you go suck your dick and worry about that?
Maybe I will, but I'm just
I
trying
know
to
you
think
will.
about. Do you have like fireworks that come out your vagina or something?
Yes.
I knew it. You better go get that shit checked. That shit is called gonorrhea.
No. It's called stars and the planets and the moon. Oh my god, I can't listen to myself. My ADHD. Can you mute up, comedian? We hear your fan.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to fucking some random guy to save your child's life.
I will.
Go
back to fucking a
I would let
prostitute in fucking Thailand, you
someone
fucking
murder
bitch.
my child.
You said you.
Yeah, why would I let somebody
So
kill
wait,
my child, fucking
Slurp,
weirdo?
would you suck some a dude's dick?
I was about to. I think it's your turn, Lisa, for some of these hypotheticals, though.
I'll suck dick for nothing, man.
Listen, every hypothetical, if it involves him doing fellatio, he'll do it.
So somebody had your son is about to split his.
Wait a second, how is that a horrible thing that I would want to save my son?
Yeah, I reckon. I think
This guy is a weirdo.
No, I was saying like I just want to know who would actually want to fuck you that bad. Like that shit's crazy.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know what I know.
Come on, man. Like that's what I'm saying.
Just
Like
because
even when,
you're still in your tent, Lucifer, doesn't mean anything, okay?
listen, but that shit don't make any sense. Like how
Are
women
you
be
still
talking
in your
about.
tent, Lucifer? Are you still in your tent?
I'm always in a tent. Like I do everything from a tent, my nigga.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like.
Lucifer,
You got
are
it,
you allowed
boss.
back in Dunkin' Donuts?
Actually, no, you got it, boss.
I can go anywhere. You understand? Okay, so what I
You
do,
got kicked out of Dunkin'
I
Donuts.
got kicked out of many stores, but that's what I do. I go to these stores intentionally. I own these stores. So I'm like the undercover boss.
You own these.
Yeah.
You in a tent, getting kicked out of it. Get out of here.
Yeah, they don't know.
I own this place. It's like undercover.
But no, that's the thing about it. That I don't want nobody to know who I am. It's perfect. All of this, like everything that you got, the whole sterile staged. Yeah, you guys will see eventually. You're gonna see it. So you guys are all a part of this huge like production I've created.
So did you crazy paranoia the other day? I was really high. I had this paranoia that like none of you exist. Like it's all bullshit. I've just been talking on this app, and then AI has just been like, data mining.
Did you think you was talking about yourself?
Created these characters out of what I wanted to do.
What kind of marijuana was that? Can you talk?
That shit is called.
Snare, can you put your mic?
Yo, you
This
know
is a thought. I'm not saying I'm genuinely.
Yo, you know what you should call that? That shit that you was smoking is called sovereignty. Yeah, because that's what sovereignty is, big boy. You realize you're 100% accountable. Walking this earth, it's only you. It's only you bringing things to life, brother. That's the truth. You got a glimpse of the truth. Think about it.
Paranoia had like a message underneath.
Think about it. This conversation does not exist unless you allow the words to go in and you say, okay, you check it in for your psyche. You are authorizing your whole existence. Everything that happens to you, everything that you've been through, you have brought it to life. That's the truth. And the truth will set you free. Because once you step into that ownership, which is called sovereignty, once you become sovereign, that means you own. You cannot be a victim ever again. You can't. And see, humans don't like that. Animals are sovereign. You don't hear animal complaining, saying that somebody disrespected it. You don't hear a rabbit going, you know what? I want to be a horse today. And protesting and shit in the woods protesting. Yeah, you feel me? You don't see no squirrels telling motherfucking other squirrels, hey, only a 2-tree minimum.
Have you ever thought or wished that you could be something? Something else other than what you are?
Wish? A wish is a thought.
At one time, I was like, I wonder what it would be like to be a pussy lip.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And he has accomplished. This nigga has accomplished
the
it.
clubhouse. Everyone's weird on stereo.
He said he wanted to be a pussy lip.
Yeah, I told you Clubhouse was the spot.
Oh shit, he said he wanted to be a pussy lip. Y'all don't know Hermes? Oh, Hermes, this is Snark Wednesday. Hermes no purple, right? He already know comedian Adrian. He already know Adrian.
Well, who's Hermes?
Hermes, right there, the one that wants to be the pussy lip. The labia. His name is Labia. I gonna call that nigga Labia.
He should change his name to Labia.
That's your new nickname, Hermes, Labia.
Frank, how were you in school?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you behave? Like, what was your kind of like?
Let's see. I was a nerd at first. Like in the 5th grade.
Please don't scroll, Ron. I'm just trying to.
That beat elementary, junior high, and high school. It came in first place. I got a special invitation to the Naval Observatory here in Washington D.C. I met Charlene Drew Jarvis. It was a whole lot. It was big. It was a big fucking hoopla. The next year, I also won the science fair. For the 3, you know.
Oh Lord, I know that you now. I searched the world to my head, yeah. Wish to find out.
not really participate in school. So,
At first we started out a crew, taking me places
Level
I
Valley.
became like, and then I got tall.
can just stop for a minute and smile. Why is everybody so serious? I just don't get mysterious. Got shades on your eyes and your heels so high that you can't even have a
Class clown, but I wasn't. I was just different. I think that's why I told you I was like I'm retarded. I just played it off real good. That's all. I just played it off. I was lying. Well, yo. I went to college. I played ball for college. And then I got cut. And that's when I started smoking drugs.
Did you finish college?
Hold on. Let me give a disclaimer. Yeah, I was about to tell Butterfly to go. I can't. Have her be corrupted by you, Lucifer.
And what you say? Did I do what?
Did you fuck, I just blanked out. What were we just talking about?
Drugs.
No, it's low IQ hypnosis. You've got amnesia. When low IQ stupid people talk about nothing, it's the highest form of amnesia there is. What day and year and where am I? Who am I and who are you?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a commercial.
This guy's a fucking, I swear, that's Tourette's or something.
This show is being brought to you by Coca-Cola. Oh,
No, he's making fun of me for having brain rot, which I do feel like I have brain rot sometimes.
No.
Well, that's okay. I have a brain rot resuscitation corporation where we can re-hypnotize you by de-hypnotizing you from the brain rot. Many years of doom scrolling and clicking for 20 years probably.
I don't know what the fuck Adrian just said.
Brain rot is just kind of like an internet saying for like people who spend too much time on the internet, and like that's why so many of our attention spans and our short-term memory is so short now, is because like the constant media we are constantly.
You know, dude, you believe this media that got people with short attention spans?
Yeah, at least people who continue to consume too much media, which most Americans consume about 7 hours of screen time per day, which is pretty insane.
But how could that? Wait, somebody who's on watching something for 7 hours, you're saying doesn't have the attention span, and they just put 7 hours into watching something? What? That dude, does that make sense? You just said somebody doesn't have patience, but they have patience to watch something for 7 hours, but you're saying they don't have patience.
Let's begin your dehypnosis.
They're not watching the same program for 7 hours straight.
But they're still sitting on the
phone.
We're talking about reels.
So it's a matter of the brain being stimulated. So people aren't being stimulated.
Overstimulation is the issue.
I don't know. I think it's understimulation.
No,
that's why
it's definitely overconsumption of media.
You think overconsumption?
You guys change like the angle you're shooting shit from every like 2 seconds. Like I was watching that show Alone, where you have these people in the middle of the wilderness and they have to survive using so many items and shit like that. You got like the Australian version, the UK version. You go to the US version, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna shoot this moose. Like shows like a aerial shot of him, shows his shoe, shows him as a kid, shows back to him with his bow and arrow, didn't get his bow and arrow, all within 2 seconds, like, It's like, you guys are mad, like,
It's the way we edit. It's the way we edit, too. We have a lot of quick cuts in, like, American media.
Yeah, for sure. It's exhausting. Like, every little second is just, you don't keep the camera still. You have to change the shot. Yeah.
Well, it also comes from like the Michael Bay Fast and Furious era of Hollywood, where everything has to be fast and hard, man. They're like, what the fuck's going on? Who cares? You know. That's
interesting.
Evil foreigner. Where is he from? Who gives a shit? He's not from America.
But that's not. I mean, I don't know. I that just sounds like somebody who just doesn't have patience to ask questions. It sounds like a girl. That's what women do. me take that back. That's what humans do. That's just a human thing. Wait, so Snurk, you from UK, right?
No, I'm from Australia.
So in Australia, everything is more slowed down, and is it a certain way?
I mean, just the TV and stuff, the media.
How is media in Australia?
It's just, well, to me it seems normal, but if you watch an American equivalent TV show, they have to change what's happening every second to keep people's attention. You can't just have a still shot and someone just blah 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 to say what's happening. They have to keep you on edge constantly of explosions and camera changes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that in the U.S. is just extra. They do a lot of extra shit.
They do. Yeah.
So are the shows in Australia like they don't have like shows like that?
They have all the US TV shows, but if you can compare watching a UK or an Australian TV show to a US one, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
I would have to see that. Well, wait, is Benny Hill considered?
Benny Hill old school.
Yes, bro.
UK. He's UK.
Yo, okay, so Benny Hill was all over the place.
Yeah, the Benny Hill theme song there.
Benny Hill was hilarious as shit. My dad used to watch Benny Hill. Oh my God! When he would leave, like when he would go to sleep, I would catch it, another episode, and I would get aroused. I think that's where I fell in love with.
Okay, come on.
I think that's where I fell in love with. That's where I fell in love with white women.
You weren't.
Yeah, that was back in the days. Yeah, that was back in the days, because Benny Hill used to be like eating a cherry, and they'll throw the cherry in the air, and it'll land in some chick's cleavage, and he would make that funny face.
Yeah, that used to be all the jokes.
Yo, that shit was hilarious.
Hot woman with huge chonkers or something like that. Yeah.
And then he's slapping his dad on the head all the time, and telling him, come on. That shit used to be so funny.
Whole joke can't be something like
Wait, they don't have nothing like that in the UK no more?
Benny Hill? Nah.
So everything has been so censored, right? Everybody's gotten so sensitive.
The days of Charlie Chaplin are gone. I hate to tell you, bro. Don't watch TV. Charlie Chaplin's not cool anymore. Benny Hill and the Bros, they're never on. They don't even get a message.
That shit. What do you think that's about, though? What do you think? So do you think that humanity is going backwards?
Down the gurgler.
Well, why do you think that is, though? It used to be okay back then, and now it's not.
Benny Hill is gone. That's why. Like, do I need to say any more?
See, that's why I'm here. I'm bringing all that back.
We need Benny Hill back. Kids need to find Benny Hill funny again.
I'm bringing all that back. I'm bringing Benny Hill and Chaplin, everybody. I'm bringing all that back.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Let's bring back slapstick.
Hell yeah.
That's the cure. That's what everyone's talking about. Gender politics, blah, blah, blah. Nah, slapstick comedy.
That shit used to be. But what's that name? Ricky Gervais, right?
Ricky Gervais.
He was saying something like, he doesn't agree with American comedy and people being, getting all bent out of shape with what people are saying. It's like, that's not my deal to worry about you being concerned about you being offended. Like, it's comedy. Relax. Yeah, it's fucking comedy.
He's definitely one of the most offensive comedians there are.
I think that a person, when they act like they're offended, again, that just shows that they are unstable mentally. It just really shows they're unstable. Yeah. And we have to, which is funny, is that you get offended, and then what you all don't realize is you're fighting to basically tell people to shut up. Then you want to fight for freedom of speech. What?
Yeah, but who's telling people to shut up? You know what I mean?
It's the
Are they actually? Because I think at the moment, I know the US is being stirred up a lot. They're trying to make you guys they're stirring up divisive issues and making you all hate each other. They're making arguments that aren't happening.
And you know who it is? I think it's motherfuckers in the UK laughing and causing the shit here and sit back laughing like shit. Think about it.
Trolling is a part of it. I mean, they did use trolls.
Yes.
Well, the British aren't really doing that good either.
It's not the British. No.
You don't think it's the Brits?
No, they're looking stupid after Brexit too. Their markets are all fucked up after they left the EU.
Well, all right,
they copped it first. That's true. Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna confess. It's me. It's Satan. It's me, Satan. Did I tell y'all?
Satan! When you fart, do you smell your own farts or do they smell like roses?
Yeah. Did I tell you I called 911 and tried to turn myself in and they hung up on me?
Yeah, yes.
What did you confess to?
I told him I said, I'm the one responsible. It's me, Satan, Lucifer. I'm responsible for all the killings and everything that's going on. And if you wanted to stop, come get me. And they hung up.
Yeah, that's a difficult call to take. His first day. Oh, I got a call from Satan. Just hang the fucking phone up, mate. Idiot. Prank call.
I was being honest, man. I mean, if nobody wants to, that's like the greatest joy to be a fucking mob boss and to just be doing things, doing what I want, when I want, how I want, and nobody
if you're a mob
knows.
boss, you can be killed yourself.
No, I could never be killed. Never be killed.
That's a Satan.
How you gonna kill Satan and not own the killers? Why ain't nobody want to kill Satan?
And Satan didn't kill anyone. If you look at the Bible, God killed so many people in the Bible.
It wasn't God. It was the people who did it.
But then, the devil actually he didn't kill anyone in the Bible.
Yeah, God never killed anybody. I never killed anybody.
God killed all the people.
No.
Didn't kill anyone.
People kill people. Hurt people hurt other people. And they blame it on God. You see? Unstable people blame it on God. It's easy to do that. Again, you got a whole bunch of people that don't take no accountability for thoughts, actions, and emotions. So then when they do something, they say, oh, God did it. God told me to do it. The devil made me do it. No, bitch, it was you. You and your suppressed feelings and your emotions. Talking about you oppressed people and all this bullshit. Stupid motherfuckers.
But aren't you responsible for all this chaos? Aren't you responsible for all the disorder?
Likewise, brother. That's right. Had fun right here live on Clubhouse. What the blood clot? What the blood clot? All right, see you later.
Come back next. Tried to know no boy, let alone girl. I know. Yeah, give me 1 second, girl. I love you too. Mwah.
Yeah, he tried to be tough for a second. He had to shake the tough guy out first.
I was about to say,
Lord comes in and corrects on time.
I was about to say, I ain't never cry in front of a girl, cry in front of a boy. Ain't nobody ever seen me shed a tear. My pops raised me to be extremely what's called masculine.
Man, I will fuck everybody up in this. Oh, yes, baby girl. Yes, Snookums. Oh, yes, I'll be right with you. 1 second, please. Thank
you. That was terrible timing.
I'm not saying that men don't have a full emotional life, even if in your day-to-day life, right, you don't experience it. What I am saying is that there's an entire industry or industries that grant men the ability to be expressive and emotive in that way, and men are attracted to said industry.
I mean, like high school wrestling was always one for me that I was like, I don't know.
Something by making
I never understood it.
Right, where you have
It's a
to
very
allow for
touchy
people.
sport. But back to the Caitlyn Jenner, I think, like in the interviews with Caitlyn Jenner, she talks about how she went into being such an athlete because of her battle with her identity. And I don't know, but I definitely think that also the time that she, in her younger days,